We are back with a brand new edition. Excuse me. Welcome to my TikTok live or YouTube, wherever you're hailing from. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor, because that is literally what this shit is all about, right? Who wants to follow the law when you can make it work for you? You know what I mean? By leveraging. That's what we do around here. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, I manifested my ISP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. So I'm here to help you do the same. It is a superpower of mine to hear what's going on. Excuse me while I rub egg salad on my fucking ear. To find out what is going on so that we can fix it and so that you can get your SP like, you know, lightning freaking speed. Hey, Nadine. Okay, so all links are in the bio. I go live every freaking week, or every day, excuse me, at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So, hey, Glitter Sparkles. So, if you ever miss a live, don't trip. I got your back. I always put it on my YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, be sure to, you know, let the shit play. I don't care. Turn off the speakers. Let it play in the background. Help me get my watch hours up. Also, I offer tech support coaching as well, so you can get in on the action, and we can, you have me in your pocket to guide you through the entire process. Hey, also, we have a free WhatsApp group. So if you can, if you want to go ahead and join the WhatsApp group, it is completely free right now. So go ahead and, you know, James, my friend, we need to have a serious chatty. But you can join my free WhatsApp community. It is lit, and you guys will see there's a whole lot of movement going on in there. So that link is also in my bio. Okay, hey CC. Okay, so I've been doing my best to like respond to everybody. I finally moved over to the text, and now I'm in the freaking TikTok chat. Hey Lisa. But I am doing my best, and I will respond to you same day. Sometimes they get down. I tell you guys, if you guys don't get a response from me, get impatient. Shoot that shit to the top, okay? Some of you guys are very patient, but no. Okay, Janelle, check it out. I haven't gotten to the ones from this morning. I just got done with answering things from Tuesday. Cece, I'm confused where the fuck we're talking, bitch, because you know what? Like, I think I just responded to you by, like, TikTok. Literally. So I'm super confused where we're talking. Yeah, Lisa asked me here. Share. Hey, Aya, I will check those out. Haven't gotten to today, bitch. Okay, but don't worry, I will do that today. Oh, God. Taylor, if you text me Saturday, shoot that shit to the top, bitch, because I thought I was doing good answering Tuesdays. Simple 50, I think you should affirm for multiple things at the same time. Why not have your cake and eat it too? You know, thanks, Girly Pop. Okay, we don't want to affirm for one thing. If you want multiple desires, why not get them all at the same time? You know, when I was affirming for my SP, I was also affirming for business, money, like youth. You know what I mean? So why not? That's what I'm all about. Manifesting for more than one. You just do 5-minute sessions per one, but then the key is to flip your thoughts as it comes up. So if you're affirming for money, but then you check your bank account and you don't see what you want, then you want to go ahead and, you know, have a safety net affirmation for money. Like, no, I always have plenty of money. I literally always have plenty of money. Or I have 20 grand in the bank right now, right? So you can do that. If you want to affirm multiple things with SP, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm so confused. Affirm multiple things with SP. Yeah, that's what we want, right? I mean, so it's like, you're not going to just affirm for contact. That's fucking stupid. Okay? Because it's like, no. Hey, Mystical Willow. I love this. I feel like the queen. But you're not going to just affirm for money, right? Or for contact. So instead it's like, no, he thinks I'm all he ever thinks about. We're always calling and texting. He's constantly spending time with me. So now you're spending time together, and he'll do anything to be with me. So that's implied relationship. Good. Look at that. You can listen on the plane, bitch. I love you, Josie. How do I have to feel it real without feeling? Okay. You don't have to feel shit real. No, you don't have to feel anything real, because the fact is, it's kind of like, how do you feel it real to be skinny if you've never been skinny? You know? So it's the same thing. How do you know what it feels like to be rich if you've never been rich? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So things like that don't jive together. So it's like, you don't have to feel it. You just have to keep saying it. Okay, you just have to keep saying what you want and focus on what it is that you want. And then when you start to see movement, it's a lot easier to feel something, right? So you will start to get excited about it. But don't worry about the feel of real shit. I know where that comes from. That's that law of attraction shit. You don't have to feel anything, because that's stupid. And who the hell walks around all day feeling like they're loved when you're ghosted? You know, or you're in no contact. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're not going to, hey, unapologetically me, you're not going to believe it until it starts to transpire. See, this is why we get over the first hurdle, right, of contact. So once you break that no contact and you now have contact, the reason things speed up a lot quicker is because it's a lot easier for you to expect the next step and then expect the next step, right? Which is why I teach manifesting in steps. Ooh, good girl. Good, Priscilla. I love all that. Well, Cece, you can start by telling yourself that he never gets mad at me. He literally never gets mad at me. He gets over things quickly. Okay, like, or whatever he's mad about, typically you probably try to force a 3D somewhere, bitch. Hey, Angela. So we're not going to force a 3D anymore, because typically that's why they get mad at you. Okay, is you said something that obviously they didn't like, so which means you reacted to something or you tried to do something to speed shit along. We can't do that. So all of the transformation has to be done in your mind. Okay, so Ash. Okay, yeah. So what the key to seeing, shoot that shit to the top, Rooted. To the top. Oh. Cece. Why on earth would you tell his business in the streets like that? Like, think about it this way. Would you, if you want to help him, then start changing his finances in your mind, okay? And be like, what debt? He's completely debt free. Like, he has no money problems at all. In fact, he has plenty of money. Okay? You're trying to help, but by forcing the 3D, that's not helping, right? Because if he would have done that to you, how would that make you feel? Right? And most likely because it's probably not the fact that you told his sister. Oh, got it. It's probably not the fact that you told his sister. It's probably the fact that it's probably his sister's response to him that is what made him upset. Okay, so that's most likely what happened. Is it wasn't the fact that you told his sister, but it's his sister's response that is what pushed him over the edge, right? And if we want and you have to look at it this way: is if he's in that state of mind right now, something that triggers him, like it's not hard for him to trigger. Okay, so that would have triggered him. Okay, especially the state of mind that he's currently in. So instead, we need to change that. Okay, so. Like what depression? He's doing great. He's doing great. He's going to come out of this so much stronger. Like, he's completely financially independent, right? Describe him this way. This is what I did with my brother. Okay. I started changing my brother's story. My brother was going on a very steep spiral, not knowing how he was going to live. Like, he's like, I'm just going to have to live in my car. I'm not going to be able to afford to live. And he was just like on this complete, like, he's like, my mental health is shit. And all of this stuff, right? And so I started, my clients would ask, how's my brother doing? And I would literally be like, he's not doing good. Like, and I would say his story, right? Because that was his real story at the moment. But the problem was, all it did was get worse. So instead, when clients started asking me how my brother's doing, or when people would talk about my brother, I would literally be like, you know what I do know is that he's getting stronger every day. Like, he's going to make it. Like, he's going to come out of this knowing and being so proud of himself, knowing that he did it. Like, this is all him. He's able to take care of himself and so forth. I started telling a different story when it came to my brother. Well, my brother was able to take his son to Disney World. First of all, he had a 1-bedroom apartment. Now he has a 2-beddy, okay? He has a 2-bedroom apartment, nicer than the one he lived in. He's paying his own car bills. He's paying all his own bills. He was able to take his son to Disney World on vacation. He's in a much better place, right? Because I changed his story. So if you want to help him, tell a different story. Okay? Because the more you describe him differently, then his reality changes, right? So you're helping him at the same time. Plus, girl, we need your man to take you out on dates. So let's change his finances. Okay? Like, because you care about him, right? And you want him to keep that line of communication open. So instead, I would just be like, no, he's completely over it. In fact, he's actually really glad I told his sister. Right? Because he loves his sister and his sister's going to help him, right? Change that part, but moving forward, tell a different story. The more you focus on his financial problems because it's real for him, it will amplify and keep it right there in place. But if you change that, guess what's going to happen to his story? It's going to change because he's in your reality. Okay. So you're actually doing good work. Okay. So back to, who are you? The newbie here, the newbie. Aya. We'll call you Aya, okay? Ayash. We'll call you that. So the key to manifesting anything, thanks, Tina. My boyfriend's helping me on it. But the key to manifesting your SP back is literally how you describe them, okay? You have to describe them better, okay? You have to describe them differently, only in a way that you want them to be for you. If you keep describing them in a way that you don't want them to be for you, guess what you're going to get more of? The asshole version. The one who doesn't want to talk to you, the one who wants nothing to do with you. That's what you're going to get more of, because that is how you describe him. That is how you see him. And I don't care who the fuck he is today. Hey, building. I don't see who he is today. I don't care who he is today. Okay? That's not what we're doing. Is you have to persist in new version. And I keep telling you guys, I don't know why the fuck it's so hard for you to persist in perfect boyfriend, because there's a reason why. I tell you guys this, there's a reason why you guys, you've had multiple partners in the past, right? We've had multiple boyfriends and girlfriends in the past, but why this one? What is it about this one that you want to manifest him back, right? There has to be a reason that we choose to manifest a specific person back, right? So it's like, I could have manifested any of my ex-boyfriends back, but I manifested this one back because he was perfect. He checked all the fucking boxes. And so because of that, I was like, no, I'm gonna go get my man back. And so I did. So I don't understand why it's so hard for you guys to see them as your perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, because there's obviously something about this person. Why this person? You need to ask yourself that. Well, why him? What is it about him? And you're going to find that you're going to describe him very differently. Well, because he's amazing. Like, he constantly treats me like a queen. Like, he shows up for me. He is, he loves to spoil me. He's always communicating with me, blah, 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 right? You're going to have this whole thing. Well, that's the description, bitch, you need to fucking start keeping. All of you. That's a description you should be keeping, because it's like, why him and why not manifest somebody else back? What is it about this person? So it shouldn't be hard for you to immerse yourself in that version of your boyfriend, that version of your girlfriend, and to keep that going, to keep that version here. It's not like you don't know the fucking guy, okay? It's not like you don't know the person. You know him. You dated him. So what the fuck is the problem? And how is it so easy for you guys to persist in asshole version, the guy who doesn't want to talk to me version? That's much easier to persist in, but why would I want to persist in the perfect boyfriend, the one that I fell in love with, the one that I still love, the one that I know he was, right? You guys have to understand, it's not like they died and they were reborn again, okay? Like, that's not how this goes. So it's like, they're not, they're still there. That version of them is still fucking there. It's still there. You just chose to select a different version of them, and that's the one that's here today. So if you could just simply select a different version, because that's what you already did, by bitching about him every chance you got, by complaining about him, by reacting to fucking everything he said or did, or by making up meanings to shit, by questioning every fucking thing they ever said, you know, it's like, well, what does he mean by that? Bitch, what do you mean, what does he mean by that? If he meant something negative by that, he would have told your ass. But guess what? The more you question, well, what does he mean by that? Where is he going with this? He's going to tell you everything you don't want to hear. Because you're questioning it. Why would you be questioning it unless you knew the answer? So this takes discipline. I don't need to ask my boyfriend for shit. I told you guys, I never once mentioned moving in together. Never once did I mention living together. Because I did that shit here. I don't need to do that shit out here. I did it here, and now we're living together. Okay? I don't need to sit there and talk to my boyfriend about our future all day long and push that and push that and push that. I do it here. And you know what he does? He does it out here. Yeah, he's constantly talking about our future together, constantly talking about our future together. You know, today, because I'm a renter, not a buyer, because I like to be able to move whenever I fucking want. And upgrade my place whenever I want. So we're looking at moving in a couple months. I have to stay in my local area because of my daughter's school and carpooling situations. But I found a couple really dope ass houses, and he was like, yeah. He goes, he was asking about when my parents get older, like, are they gonna come live with us? And I was like, no. I'd rather pay for them to have caretakers in their own damn house than to come live with me, you know? And he's like, oh, thank God. He's like, oh, thank God, right? Future. He's constantly talking about our future together, where we're going to be at 20 years from now. I don't have to bring that shit up because I do it in here. And he does it here. And that's what you have to realize is whatever you do in here, he does here. Whatever you do here, just he does this, right? He leans back, he pushes away. So you don't want that anymore. Everything is done up here because it becomes their idea. Okay, as long as it's done here, it's now their idea. The second you do it out here, it is a command. Who the fuck wants to be told what to do? They don't. So instead, it's all done here. Oh, Adrian, me too. And me too. And that's where I just have learned to discipline myself and say, okay, yeah, I get it. End the conversation. What I need to plead my case for. Because in here, oh, he's in love with me. We have the perfect relationship. He's in love with me. And in 20 minutes later, nothing's wrong. Nothing's fucking wrong. But if I would do it out here consistently, well, now we got a whole fucking mess, right? We got a whole mess. And then the next day you're like, is he over it? Like, are we good? Why do that to yourself? Because he's going to validate that, no, you're not fucking good. Prima donna, it only seems hard because it's new. Okay, it's something that's new. Okay, so like think about anything that you did that you were learning how to do for the first time. Like when you were learning how to ride a bike. That shit was hard, right? It was hard because you're learning how to do something that you've never done before. And that's discipline yourself. That's discipline your mind. The second you learn how to actually discipline your mind, discipline your thoughts, focus on what you want and change your inner conversations, then it becomes natural. Like everything else, it just becomes natural. I don't have to think about shit anymore. I just do because it's natural. Like you don't have to think about talking. You just talk, right? But it was difficult at first because it's something that you were learning how to do. But once you get good at it, this is why we start now, is you're starting now to evolve as a person because you fucked up your relationship with the guy in the first place because you didn't know any better. But now you do know better. So we need to do something different now. So therefore, when they come back around full circle, that you're not fucking it up all over again. Because if you're going to keep running your relationship, whether it's with this SP or the next person, guess what's going to happen? It's all going to end the same because you haven't learned to discipline yourself. Okay, you haven't learned to discipline yourself. Well, Maya, if you want to stick around for a little bit, you're going to learn how to get into text you on command. Okay, because we do that every day on my live. We do connect on, SP a specific person. Usually it's an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or ex-wife or husband. So what you're going to learn how to do that on our call, on the live. We do that every day on our live. And if you want to know how to do that and you're not going to stick around, well then fuck you. I'm just kidding. But you can go to my profile and it's pinned to the top of my page. Okay. It's literally pinned. It's got like 38,000 likes. It's that video. Okay. But it works. Here we go. So she was one on. Okay, let's see. What you got, Casper? What's going on with you? I know what you said yesterday. If I looking on SP's photo, saying these words, and she's writing me that she's writing me. And she okay, Casper. Listen. There was somebody that just came across my live yesterday for the very first time, did the photo method and got contact on the spot. Okay? There's people every day that get contact on the spot. The problem that you're having is you're viewing her as current person. You're viewing the current situation. You're not expecting her to text you. You're not knowing that she's going to text you. It's not hard to know if you're persisting in perfect version for you. Okay? If you're persisting, see? So you're not persisting in perfect version for you. If you would only see that perfect version for you, she would text you on the spot. They'll text you the second you expect them to. Okay, but if you don't expect them to, and this is where you can't lie to yourself. I don't like people that are like, just be delusional. Thanks, Jose Cito. Love you, boo. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Just be delusional. Like, okay, but my 3D is showing me the opposite, so it's really hard to be delulu about shit, okay? But, Jose Cito, I love you. Hey, Justin. Okay, so it's really hard to just be delusional about everything, right? And live in your own fake little fantasy land, like as if the 3D doesn't exist, okay? Like, you're not blind, you walk around and it's not showing you what you want. So instead, though, what you do need to be is honest with yourself. You must be honest with yourself, okay? What version of your SP do you look at right now? What version do you expect right now? Are you looking at the 3D? Thanks, Justin. Are you looking at the 3D? Are you expecting the person here that you don't like? The person that's currently in your reality? Is that what you're expecting from her? Because that is why she's not contacting you. It's cool, love of your life. You get more than one SP. But what you do need to do when you're taking a look at more than one SP is you need to look at how you describe each one of them. Okay? So, because you'll notice that one SP will start to conform with the other one, the one that you really do want, doesn't. Okay? And so what are you persisting in? How would you describe each of your SPs? Okay? You'll find that one will be great, the other one, not so much. Well, we need to make the other one great too. Right? Because even though you're not together, we still have underlying assumptions about people. Okay. So it's like, that's why I always ask you guys on the call, like, describe them to me. Describe your relationship. Right. And I listen for certain keywords. Okay. And there's because then I know where the problem is. Okay. And so a lot of times you guys will say, when you're describing your relationship, you'll say certain words like, I know. Okay. Well, that's good. Because those things that you know, we need to leverage, right? Because those are things that you know to be true about that. Those are things that you assume to be true about that person. Okay. So you need to, so how do you change your mind about the SP is you need to describe them this way. Write that shit down. Write that shit down like it's a fucking story and describe them that way. Like, okay, let me go back to when everything in my relationship was perfect. Okay. Everything in my relationship was perfect. Well, if I would have called you on the phone as your bestie, hey Doodles, if I would have called you on the phone as your bestie and said, hey Mandy, hey, how are you and, SP doing? What would you have said? I don't think you would have been bitching about her, would you? I don't think so. You probably would have been like, dude, everything is great. Like literally, like we have the perfect relationship. She is amazing. We do this, that, and this together. Whenever I'm around her, I feel like this, that, and the third, right? Like you would have just raved about her. Well, that's what you have to do now in your mind. That's what you have to do now. You have to rave about that person now as if that person is here now, as if that version is here fucking right now. What's the pleasure? Because either way, you're expecting something from people, which is what drives me nuts when you guys will fucking say, well, how do you expect? I was like, same way you expect them not to fucking talk to you. Why don't you just expect the opposite? Because the second you expect perfect girlfriend, you're going to get that. Okay? You're going to get that. I hope you guys are behaving yourself in the WhatsApp community. Hey, sweet. If you think you're going to come in the WhatsApp community and be fucking rude, I don't think so. The only one that's allowed to be rude in the community is me. And I'm not rude to be rude. I'm rude to get a point across to you. Okay? Because each of my admins play a certain part, right? Like you all know Jose Cito. Like he's fucking super sweet and empowering, right? And he's great for motivation and to keep you going and do all that, you know? And then you've got Mystical Willow and Glitter Sparkles and Unapologetically. Hell, they're all like that, right? They love to encourage you and to motivate you and empowering you. But me, on the other hand, no, I don't do that shit. That's what they're there for. Right, which I think is great, and that's what keeps you guys focused, keeps you going, and I'm there to check your ass every time you fucking get out of line. That's what I'm here to do, because that also is what keeps you focused and what keeps you persisting. We all play our parts. We all play our parts. Yeah, see, Glitter Sparkle, she's starting to come into her own too. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to be real with people. I like to cut the bullshit. It's just my personality. Right? I like, oh, Federica, did you get my message yesterday? Huh, bitch? But that's what you got to do. Like, that's part of, you know, I'm your bestie, but I'm here to get you results. I'm not here to fucking toot your own goddamn horn when you fuck around and don't discipline yourself. Like, that's part of your problem. You know, is we're not going to sit there. Yeah, we're not going to sit there and fucking toot your horn and be like, oh my God, you wavered and spiraled downward today and you've been feeling like shit all day. That's all right, boo. Just keep going. Just persist. No. I'm going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. That's not what we told you to do. So if that's not what the fuck we told you to do, what are you doing? Okay? What I teach you guys works, period. Okay? And you have to apply it. I can tell you what to do, but I can't make you do it. Okay? This is part of the problem in your relationships is you lack the discipline. You won't shut the fuck up. You have to have the last goddamn word. You react to everything they fucking do or don't do. Oh, and then on top of that, not only do you react, but then you freaking verbally and in your thoughts, you question every fucking thing they say or do, like literally. And then what happens? Then we got a whole fucking mess. Because you're proving yourself right over and over and over again. I can't tell you how many people I got on calls where they go, so I've been watching your stuff. And yeah, I've been going down memory lane. And yeah, I created all this shit. And we laughed because I said, manifestation's a bitch when you're aware of it, okay? Because it takes discipline. This is not something, getting them back, in my opinion, is the easy part. But you have to keep them. So you need to get really good now at selecting perfect girlfriend, okay? And persisting in perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend all the goddamn time. Hey, Maricel. Hey, Prem. Because if you don't, what's going to happen? What's the game plan when he comes back? What's the game plan? You're going to react again to everything he fucking does and keep selecting old version, the version you don't want, keep selecting asshole version over and over again and then wondering why your relationship is like this, one big fucking giant roller coaster. You can't do that. So instead, you need to start selecting version of the person that you want, and no matter what the fuck shows up, that's what you persist in. That's what you persist in. Yeah, me and my boyfriend are like 99.999%. I don't fucking know. We're good practically all the time. We're good practically all the time. Literally everything we've ever just had a disagreement on really had nothing to do with us. It all had to do with my boyfriend being like, can you just mind your own goddamn business? Because I like to meddle in people's business. I try to help people. Okay. So I met on people's business, and a lot of times my wife would be like, can you just mind your own fucking business? I'm like, okay, you're right. I should mind my own business. But if we ever did have some kind of disagreement, because like I said, most of our disagreements never have anything to do with us per se. But whenever we do, thanks Kim KD. But whenever we do, it's like, what do you think? I just sit there and revert back? No, I do exactly what I tell you guys to fucking do. I lead by example, okay? I don't just tell you to do something, then I do the opposite. Like, that's fucking stupid. Okay, so instead, I will persist. So if we have any kind of disagreement, I don't need to fucking verbally yell. I don't need to argue with that man, plead my case. I don't need to do any of that shit. Instead, I learned to discipline myself. I said, yeah, I get it. I can see where you're coming from. You're right. Whether I believe he's right or not, I don't give a fuck. Because in here, I get what I want. And in here, he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. And we're right back on track. No going 3 days without speaking and all this dramatic nonsense. No. Right back on track. Right back on track. Right back on track. Nothing fucks up unless you don't flip the thought. Okay, the only reason why shit shows up the way it does is because you bitch, and then move on. And then just move on. But no, you can't do that. You have to, if you're going to bitch in here, you need to flip that shit. Flip it. Flip it. You guys have to give yourself a great, you guys have to, like, I don't give you unrealistic advice, okay? I don't like that shit. I think that's whack. I think that's phony, and I think it makes no sense. So instead, you got to do what you got to do in the 3D because you know yourself, okay? So instead of verbalizing, I never said verbalize shit, okay? No, we don't need to verbalize anything. But what we do, like, let's say that they do something that pisses you off, that you don't like. Okay, so allow yourself to bitch. If you have to bitch for a second, do it here, not here, okay? You don't need to project to him, okay? But what you do need to do is you do need to flip that in your mind. So let's say you had a moment and you're like, you know what? Like, I can't believe he said that to me. Like, fuck him. I'm so angry with him right now, right? Well, get it out, bitch. Get it out for 30 fucking seconds. And then after that, he's the perfect boyfriend. I fucking am so in love with him. Like, he is so in love with me. Like, literally, we're perfect. Everything is great. Like, you know what? You see what I'm saying? Just flip that shit real quick. But don't not flip it and move about your day and then wonder why now you're getting more asshole shit, right? Is you have to realize you're human, okay? You're human, so don't sit there and be like, I can just never react in my mind ever in life. No, you should learn to discipline the shit, for sure. But we all have opinions, right? So you just have to learn not to verbalize the shit. Go for a fucking walk, bitch. Go for a walk. Be like, I'll be back. Be like, you know what? I'll be back. And then go outside, go for a little walk, cuss his ass out, do whatever you need to do, get yourself together, and don't go through, I didn't say go down this rabbit hole of bitching about him for 20 fucking minutes. I didn't say that shit. I said, give yourself 30 seconds, just let it out. Be like, you know what? I'm going to go and just bitch for a second to myself out loud. And then I'm going to flip all that shit around. I'm going to flip all those thoughts. And now I'm fine. But sometimes we got to let it out, right? Sometimes you just got to let it out. So it's like, let it out to yourself. I'm going to tell you that again. To your fucking self, not to him. And then breathe, and I'll flip all that shit. And be like, he is the perfect boyfriend. Like, we're great. We are great. Like, we have the best relationship. Like, he just literally is obsessed with me. He's perfect. There you go. You didn't fuck anything up. You didn't screw shit up. There's a delay for your benefit, okay? There's a delay for your benefit. The only reason why shit pushes out is because you didn't flip that shit. You bitched about him and moved on, and then did some breathing fucking exercise and then moved forward in your life. That's not how that works. That's not how that works, right? That's what's manifesting, is you doing that shit and just pushing that shit aside. I hate when people do that. They say, you don't have to flip your thoughts, just push that shit aside. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You must flip it, but allow yourself to go bitch. There you go. I gave you permission. We're not going to bitch to our SPs. We'll bitch to ourselves for 30 seconds. Let it out and then flip it. and there's no damage done. No damage done. That I guarantee you. The only reason why there's damage done is because you bitch, and then you breathe, and now you go inside and try and act like nothing's wrong. That's not the case, right? Because you did that, you didn't flip shit, so now you go inside, and what are you doing? You're no longer bitching, but you're questioning now. Like, are we good? Is he still mad? Is he mad? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that shit. So just bitch it. Yeah, we're human. We're human. And just tell yourself, like, no, I don't fuck shit up. I never fuck anything up. I can never fuck up my manifestation. Whatever you said to be true is going to be true for you. So why the hell, I tell you guys, the only thing you guys should be assuming is what empowers you, is what moves you forward, is what's going to benefit you. Instead of assuming that everything you do, you're fucking your shit up, that's going to be right for you, okay? If you keep telling yourself that, like, damn, I had a negative thought, I fucked it up, well, you're going to be right. Or you could just be like, no, never fuck shit up. Let's get right back on track. We're fine. Everything's great. You know? You gotta know you, right? And I don't like all these people that are like, they're robots in your reality, but you're not. You're very much human, okay? And you very much have opinions, and people may say things that, and we don't bow to nobody, right? We wear our crowns 100% of the time. I don't bow to nobody, but if somebody's gonna say something in my reality that's gonna piss me off, I may have an opinion about it, like I did yesterday. I left a daily reminder that was a little heartfelt. Okay, it was a little heartfelt. I cried because I'm normal and I'm human. And long story short, I reacted. That's fine. Then I changed it in my mind. So I tell you guys, it's totally normal. Okay, because long story short, my daughter has this project for school about building a family tree. Problem with that is she only knows half of her family, my side of the family. Her father has never been in the picture. And so she has my last name and everything, which I feel like he asked me about that shit. I was like, where were you at when she was born? In the month she was in NICU? Where the fuck were you at? Why on earth would I give her your last name? That doesn't make any sense. So, you know, but anyway, so I tried to, I gave him a lot of time to be a father to our daughter, and he chose not to for 8 years. So I decided during when COVID happened to file child support against him because I'm fucking petty. And I own that, and I'm fine with it. And I said, fine, if you can't remember a daughter, allow me to remind you every time you get a paycheck. Let me help you remember her. So I did that. But I called the mom because my daughter had made something, and I called his mother and I said, hey, you know, what's your address so she can send it to you? Well, she thought that I trapped her and tricked her into getting her address so that I can serve him child support papers. Which I told her, I said, here's the thing, I have receipts for everything. So your son is the one that put your address on the paper he filled out to be put on her birth certificate. So I didn't need your address for that. But she blamed me nonetheless. And she made the decision to not be a part of my daughter's life because of that. Again, we need to act like adults here. If adults would start acting like adults, we'd have a whole different world. Okay. He also told me, and I told her that, he also told me straight up, either I'm going to pay child support or I'm going to be a dad. And I said, that doesn't make any sense because you haven't been a dad in 8 years and you weren't paying child support and you're still, and at the time until I changed my assumption, I was like, and you're still not paying child support. So that again makes no sense. So she keeps asking me about the father's side of the family. Where were they born? How old are they? I don't fucking know. And I could have easily made the shit up just so she would stop asking. But the ethical side of me was like, no, because I would feel awful if 20 years from now or 10 years from now, she's like going and looking at her fucking family tree and to know that all that shit is bullshit, right? Because I just made it up. So I was like, fine, I will message the mom and I will ask her. And so she sends me back a message. She's like, I was shocked, in all caps, to hear from you. Okay. and she's like, and it was all about her. It was all about like, you know, to be honest, it really bothered me. You know, I made the decision before this that I was going to be a part. Who needs to make a decision to be a grandma? You know what I'm saying? She's like, I had made the decision that I was going to be a part of your daughter's life. She goes, until this happened. I was like, okay. And so that triggered me because then in the same breath, she had the nerve to say, because Kayla is innocent here. Yeah, I would agree. And so I left her this long voice note. It was not rude. It was very nice, actually. And I gave her Kayla's phone numbers. My daughter has her own phone. She's had it for 6 years. The father has her number and everybody does. So I give it to her and I said, and I sent her some pictures. She's like, thank you for the pictures. I'd love to get some every once in a while. I said, no problem. But then I felt some type of way about it. And I was like, so I called my mom and I was like, this fucking bitch, let me tell you about this bitch. Because I was like, how as a woman, as a mom, can you defend your son's behavior? How on earth can you justify your son's actions as a woman, as a mom? That you're okay with your son not being a part of his children's lives, that he keeps having kids because he's got 8 of them, okay? That you keep defending his behavior and you think somehow as a mom that this is okay. Like as a mom, if I had a son, I'd be like, get your shit together. What are you fucking doing? Go take care of kids. Like child support is not for me. Okay. It's for her. Like who do you think is paying to support her now? Me. So what the fuck are you talking about? So I felt some type of way about it. And so I let it out. Like I went and I was like, fuck this bitch. Like, let me tell you about her. Okay. And I just was like feeling some type of way because I was like, how fucking dare you? But then I turned it around and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not going to do that. I was like, you know what? And that's where I turned it into an empowering message for you guys. And I said, we cannot be out here justifying behavior that we don't like. Right? We can't make excuses for people's actions in our lives, for people's behaviors in our lives, because you're not just the one that's affected. Their families are affected. Your children are affected. Everyone's affected around you because you're justifying behavior you know is not cool. Right? So it's like if you're making excuses for your SP and his behavior and you're justifying shit, well, guess who else is affected by that justification? Because as long as you justify that behavior, he can't change, right? Because you're justifying this behavior. So he can't change. So guess who's affected? His entire fucking family's affected because they're in your reality too. So their family's affected. There's children involved. Their children are affected. Grandkids are affected. Everyone around them is affected. Their friends are affected. Everyone around them is affected because you keep justifying behavior. Because remember, everybody's in your reality. So you keep justifying people's behavior and actions like, oh, well, he's like that because of this. Okay, so now he has to stay that way. So now what's happening? So now he has to be that way towards your children. He has to be that way towards his family. All that stuff because you're justifying that behavior. We can't do that anymore. We can't justify people's behavior because we have to understand that there's very more people that are affected by it than just you. The people that you love are affected too. And so do we want that? Do we want that? No. I saw episodes of Run's House and that's what changed my entire life. When he said his son was arrested for, I think, possession of marijuana. Guess he was old. And he said, son, your actions don't just affect you. They affect everyone around you. And I was like, damn, I never thought about that, right? The things that we do don't just affect us. They affect everyone that cares about us. And so I was like, damn, I never thought about that. And when I actually thought about that, then I started making different choices in my life, right? Understanding the fact that everyone is affected by the decisions you make. And so it's the same thing. It's the same thing. If you have children with your SP, then what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? By continuing to select the version of your wife, your husband, your girlfriend or boyfriend that you don't want. Because all you're doing is keeping your partner away from you. All you're doing is keeping your family separated. Because you won't discipline yourself. Because you won't fight. Because that is what you're not doing. I'm sorry, but I'm always going to keep it real with you. Okay? I'm always going to keep it real with you. If you have children with your SP, and you're not together, it's because you are not fighting for that. Sorry, but you're not. So we need to get it together. right? You need to get it together and fight for your fucking family. And I mean that 100% out of love. I honestly mean that 100% out of love. Is you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your children to be a family, to see love in a family, right? You don't want to see toxicity in a fucking family. No one wants to see their parents fight over bullshit and talk shit about each other to their children, because a lot of people will talk shit about their spouse to their children. Like, well, sorry, your mom's being a bitch right now. You know, your dad's just being an asshole. He's just fucking lazy as fuck, right? Like, you'll do that. And so what are you doing? Like, they don't want to see a broken marriage because you're leading by example. You're leading by example, and your actions within your marriage, as much as you're only thinking about yourself at the moment, your children are growing up to witness. And that also creates assumptions in them about marriages, about relationships, because they're seeing toxicity in yours. So you need to get it together and you need to fight for your fucking family. You're not doing this just for you. You're doing this for your children, so that they can see what love is in a marriage, so that they can see what happiness is all the time, instead of being broken. Because because I don't want you, when your children are older, to see your relationship playing out in their lives. Because again, remember, everybody creates their own assumptions. And a lot of people, I've talked to you guys, think about yourself. Describe your childhood. How were your parents? I don't care if they were married for 50 years. A lot of you will say that. Oh yeah, my parents, they used to fight all the fucking time about money. Like, literally, like they had a terrible relationship. Like, you guys will say that. When you guys are bitching, like, you will say that about your parents and their marriage. You remember that. And it plays out in your life. Can you do me a favor, Mystical Willow? Can you just put a message in there so it pops up on my notifications, so I can put everybody on pause for a minute so they can self-reflect about what the fuck I just said? Because I want all of you, if there's children involved, to fucking get a grip and fight for your fucking family. Do you understand? Now give me one hot sec while I check something. Who is that? Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is, but no one can take him out. Okay, well, I'll handle it when I'm off of this before I jump on my coaching call, okay? But I need the number. You don't have Mystical Willow? I never gave you full access to the group stuff to be able to do that. Let me check, okay? And I'll see how I can do that shit. In community. Okay, I'll do that on the break, okay? Excuse me, I have a throat tickle. Okay. So that's all I want you to know, okay? Is it's all set out of love, right? But why not fight for it? Someone has to. Someone has to. And that's starting with you, because you guys know about the law. Okay? And so you know that just like you created the split, you can create the makeup. And you can create it fast if you'll discipline yourself and remember that you're fighting for your family. This is what keeps marriages, this is what saves marriages. Someone has to fight for it. And that's you. So I want all of you to fucking fight for your happiness. All of you should be fighting for your happiness, for the love of your life to come back. Why wouldn't you want that? And a lot of you guys love to say you would, but you're not willing to do the stupid little shit that it takes to fucking get it done. I'm not over here asking you to fucking do a gang of shit, like to do a gang of stuff, but you'll go to school. This was, You guys will go to work, you'll do all this shit. That's hard work. That's hard work. But I'm simply asking you to discipline your fucking mind so that you can get the happiness back in your life. So, and you won't even do that shit, but you'll be like, yeah, I want to be with them. Do you really? Do you really? Because see, when I wanted to be with my boyfriend, I was willing to do what was necessary. If I had to sit there and listen to fucking 55,000 techniques a day, that's what I was willing to do. Until I realized that none of that shit worked and it was all bullshit. Then I was like, there has to be a better way. So then that's when I figured it out and started doing the better way. And you know what? I was like, oh, this is all I have to do? Shit, I could do this. Why can't I do this? Like, okay. So if that meant that I had to fucking affirm all goddamn day long when I wasn't working, that's exactly what I did. What else am I doing? What else am I doing? Like last time I checked, you're fucking alone. So what the fuck else are you doing all day long? Other than working? What are you doing? Not hanging out with your SP. That's what you're not doing. So that means your ass is a fucking alone. So what else would you rather be doing? Sitting down watching Netflix and eating bonbons and crying on the fucking couch? Thinking about how shitty your circumstances are and all the mean things he's doing for you? Or would you rather spend that time creating what you want, focusing on what you want, affirming for what you want, seeing the version of the person that you want? Because you're doing one or another. But when I want something, first of all, you're not going to convince me that I can't have it. And second of all, there's nothing I won't do to get it. Especially if that means just fucking flipping my goddamn thoughts. Like, that shit is fucking stupid. You guys do understand how stupid this shit is, right? Like, it's literally like, I just have to view the version of my SP that I want. Shouldn't be difficult. Because I'd rather view the version of my SP that I want rather than a fucking dickhead and an asshole. Like, why would I want that version? So let me just select the version that I want. Not that difficult. And then, I just have to affirm for what I want. Well, I'm thinking all thoughts all day long anyway, so I may as well drown out that noise and fucking think about affirming so I can get what I want. So that's not that difficult either. And then, and then I just have to persist. No matter what I see in 3D, no matter what I see, I just can't react to my thoughts and I just persist. It's not that fucking difficult. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is not that difficult. But you don't think the law of attraction people know that society is trained to be lazy as fuck? You don't think they know that? Of course they do. You don't think I know that the weight loss industry is that the people that want to lose weight are lazy as fuck? Of course I do. So that's why I help you lose weight and you don't have to do shit. Because I know. That was like the most random ass question, Chai and Forrest. That was the most random question. But yes, I have. Full disclosure around here. But anyway, but don't get out of line. But anyway, so it's not that fucking difficult, guys. Like, it's honestly not that difficult. The law of attraction knows that you guys are like lazy. You don't want to do a lot. So therefore they're like, we'll just teach them to lay on the fucking couch and close their goddamn eyes and pray and shoot and pray and wish on a goddamn shooting star that their SP comes back to them. And how many of you fell for that shit? Oh, we'll just create all these things where all they got to do is just listen. That's how they get you. Because you're like, oh, that's all I have to do? Close my eyes, visualize, sitting like a creep. Have you ever realized that half of their techniques, you feel like a complete creep? If you think back. One of them, they're like, imagine your SP is sitting on the couch and you are sitting right next to them. And you're staring at them. And you're going to say this in your mind. And you're going to hear them say what you want them to say. Okay. Well, again, they got me nowhere. But they prey on that. So this is like the simplest thing in the world to do. And you guys can't even fucking do that. You can't. How do I select the perfect version? The fuck are you talking about? That's so fucking stupid to me. That is so stupid to me. Is how do I select the perfect version? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. What the hell? I kiss on the forehead. Yeah, that shit was so creepy. I spent all that time trying to figure out that was his forehead. But anyway, back on track. That shit was fucking stupid, okay? Yeah. How do you persist a perfect boyfriend? What are you talking about? Dawn, I want you, Dawn, to go for the next 24 hours, and I want you to do an assessment. Okay, this is where the honesty part in you comes into play. Okay, I want you to do an assessment and ask yourself, where am I wavering? Okay, take affirming out of it for a second. Okay, affirming is designed to distract your thoughts. That's what it's about. So you need to distract your thoughts and flip every thought that comes up in your fucking mind every day that goes against what you want. But I'm willing to bank on the fact that you are, and in fact, I'm willing to bank on the fact that you are not persisting in perfect boyfriend, how you see him. Okay, how do you see him? You know, what are you expecting from him? Because if you're seeing him as the perfect boyfriend, you'd expect different behavior from them. Okay, because it's not hard, and I get that it's not what your reality is showing you, but it doesn't matter. You would still expect them to behave differently. The second I look at it this way: what the fuck you got to lose? Start expecting them to do everything. Start expecting them to do exactly that. Well, that's who he is right now. That's who he is right now for you. Okay, he is. When everything was perfect, he's that version, but you need to bring him back here now, and you have to keep him here now, and he will do the turnaround. He doesn't have a choice. Okay, I see it literally every day in my DMs. I see it every day in my text messages. Is they're like, holy shit, he completely just changed, like literally overnight. Of course he did, because that's all it takes is for you to discipline your mind and only select perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend. I'm sorry, Don. I'm so sorry. Did I ask where the fuck he was located? No. Besides, who the hell would want to live in Alabama when you can live in New York? I'm just saying. Just saying. So, that's a circumstance. Okay? That's a circumstance that you're creating as a problem. Okay? However, I've had people literally banish gutter trash to a whole nother fucking state. By literally just saying she moved to another state. Sorry, glitter sparkles. I'm just saying. I was just saying. I mean, my friend, she would agree. She'd move there in a hot ass second. I was like, no, I'm good. I'll stay right here in California. Which is why the only time I moved anywhere was Las Vegas. I'm a city girl. I'm a complete city girl. But I would like a house like on a lakeside in a town. But I would never live there. It is fun. I had to move back because I became a gambler. Because the only thing bad about Las Vegas is it's the one city you can literally go wherever the hell you want alone, and it's not abnormal. Right? So I started going there, then sports betting and going to the casinos by myself and doing all that just so I can get some stupid fucking points so I can go get some free Corel wear, which it would have, in hindsight, been cheaper just to buy the shit, right? So there's that part. Oh, how to get gutter trash to move is easy. It's really easy. All you have to do to get gutter trash to go away and to move is to literally be like, you can literally be like, yeah, she totally just moved. She totally just left. She just moved out of state. She literally just moved out of state. She will. She will. Literally. You can get anybody to do whatever you want. Okay. You can, Dawn, if you want, like circumstances don't matter. So if you're affirming that he'll do anything to be with you, if that means he has to take his happy ass from fucking Alabama right on back to New York, that's exactly what he's going to do. Okay. You won't guess the how anyway. So you can't be like, well, how is he going to move? He's got a job there and this, that, and the third. Doesn't matter. You won't even guess the house. So you may as well forget about it. Okay. Or if he wants to bring you from New York to Alabama, He will. He will. So, cow tipping? Do you guys do cow tipping in Alabama? Just curious. If you do, I'm there. I've always wanted to try it. Oh man, I have too much fun around here. So let's get back on track, okay? But that's where you guys have to realize is it's like so much stupid shit. Canada looks really pretty, but you know, and Canada on a side note is a country for now. Before you guys become a part of the United States. That's just so stupid. I was like, cool. Then that means I don't require to have a passport if I go to Canada. No passport needed. And now all of your states in Canada are what? Cities? Is that how that works? They're all counties now? Toronto is a county now. Shit is stupid. This shit is super stupid. But anyway, I have never either. But all I know is my friend moved from Canada right on over here to Florida because it's snowing in Toronto at the moment. I don't do the snow, by the way. I feel like you have to be, there's a certain expertise required. I want to go to Cancun so bad. I fucking love Cancun. It's my favorite. Hey, Cami Fines. It's my favorite place to go. That'll be your favorite place to go too when you go to Mexico and you go to Cancun. Besides, who doesn't like a good Mexico trip when everything is all inclusive? And they know how to do hospitality. Okay? Like really well. And I know how to work the system there. The second you get to Cancun, go find a bartender, shoot him $20. Watch how quickly he gets your drinks. The second you walk up to that bar, you are numero uno. Like all of a sudden, man, they're waiting on you hand and foot. They don't care how many other drinks people ask for. You just gave them $20 up front. Yeah, you went to the top of the line the entire trip. Oh, and the glow parties there. I have a good ass time. I love the glow parties. Anyway, so if you want to get your SP back, you need to get a fucking grip. Let's just start there. Like, this shit is not difficult, guys. It's only as difficult as you make it. Kimmy, I love you. You need to get a grip, okay? Where you need to start saying, okay, this is who I want. Why do I want that person? Oh, because this, that, this. Okay, perfect. Then that's all I'm going to persist in is that person. Why in the fuck is that difficult? Why is that difficult? Kimmy, I love you, bitch. It's not difficult, guys. It's not that difficult. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Look at that. Can you get somebody to travel 6,000 miles to see you? Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Have you seen yourself, bitch? Yeah. No one compares to you. And you're that bitch. You're all that bitch. And man for James. Okay? James is a man. So we'll keep him as dude. So I love it for you. And so when are you going to affirm once you get to, you know, at a certain point in your relationship, we're going to start affirming that he wants to live with you. There you go, dude and dudettes. I was looking for the word. You know, he wants to live with you. James. There we go, David. No, there's quite a few. There's quite a few. I just like to say James because James is here all the time hanging out with me. That's my dude. Once he goes and fucking gets his SP, we're moving on from Snapchat. Okay, all of you guys are, it's exciting. I know it's exciting when you go from absolutely no contact to them liking your stuff on social media, right? That's exciting, right? And that's great. So we want to keep that. We want to keep that as momentum. But motherfucker, we need to move forward, okay? Like, I don't want someone to be liking my goddamn stories for the next 5 fucking years, but won't pick up the damn phone to call me. Excuse me? I'm gonna block your ass before that shit. Like, stop trying to just let me know that you're thinking about me all the goddamn time. Pick up the phone and fucking contact me. How about that shit? That's right. You're a fucking golden god, James. So start stepping into that. Okay? Because I ain't about to sit there and I'm impatient. I ain't about to sit there and look at your ass. That was a random question, Yolanda. But I have my own take on it. In hindsight, yes, I do. Take it or leave it. I don't care. But I'm always honest with you guys. The reason why I support it is because I don't believe that, anyone who doesn't support it, I believe that, first of all, I believe that it's, women's rights. There's that part. We fought many, many decades for women's rights. We'll start with the obvious. And second of all, I think it's a little naive for you to think that people wake up in the morning and are like, you know what? I hate my boyfriend today, so I'll show his ass. It's a big decision to be made. On top of that, there's all kinds of circumstances. By taking that right away, you give all the rights to men. And there's a lot of not good men out there. So you're going to say that sexual assault is okay. I must keep that child. Seriously? Like, that gives the rights to men, which is fine, because I said that's fine. If you want to make it illegal, that's fine. Well, you know what should also be illegal? Okay, well, you can kick Yolanda's stupid ass out the room. You know what else should also be illegal? Not paying child support. That should also be super illegal, too. I mean, call it what you want. I don't care. People are entitled to their own opinion. Did I ask? No, she asked me, so I gave her my opinion. I don't give a shit if she didn't like it. Too bad. But I believe, I don't support, it's not like I go around condoning it, but I believe there's circumstances around it. So you have to go both sides of the coin. There's that part. There's already enough impoverished children around here. Okay. So anyway, back on track. When it comes to SPs, like, you guys have to understand. Exactly. That's exactly how I look at it, baby. You can't have one and not the other. Like, that's fucking stupid. Okay. Demetra, it depends on what you're looking at, okay? Like, if you want to just see what he's doing for the day, like, I don't think that's a problem. Unless you can't fucking control yourself, right? If you're going to react to all that shit, then that's a problem, right? But you can learn to discipline your mind, okay? Because you have to understand that, hey, shoot that shit to the top, because I didn't see your messages. So I want to make sure I'm getting them, okay? Because I was just in there right before this live and I didn't see anything from you. Okay, but here's what you have to understand. Your subconscious mind, Demetra, does not have fucking eyes. Okay, it doesn't know what you're looking at. It only knows what you tell yourself. Okay, so whatever you tell yourself is all your subconscious mind knows to be true. So you can literally look at their subconscious mind, discipline your whole ass mind, and then tell yourself what the fuck you want to see. Because guess what? That's going to be true. I don't care if you look at their social media, because a lot of you have this problem, is you look at their social media and you find that there's gutter trash and they post a picture. Typically, it's only like the opposite sex, to be quite honest. Thanks, Lisa, I got it. Typically, there's only gutter trash that's the one that posts. It's not the dude that's always actively posting about the bitch. You know what I mean? It's just really not that's how it is. And so tell yourself that. So tell yourself that, Lisa. This is what you have to understand is nobody knows what you're seeing. So like if your subconscious mind actually doesn't know what you're looking at. So like, let's say you look at their social media and there's a picture of him and that bitch. Gutter trash. In your mind, look at him. Look at him showing me off to the world, showing me off to his social media. Yeah, look at him posting a picture of me. He posts a picture of us all day, every day. I don't give a fuck if you're crying at the current moment because you see that shit and you're crying. But in here, look at him posting about me all day long. He is constantly trying to get my attention. I don't give a fuck if he posted a picture of him at fucking Burger King and he posted his meal. I'll be like, look at him trying to get my attention. He's about to bring me dinner. That's all you should be doing, is assigning the meaning to every fucking thing that you want it to mean, okay? Because I'm not going to sit there and say, because bitch, I can't tell you how the fuck to stay off his social media. What do you want me to say? Get off his social media, Demetra, unless you can fucking control yourself. Get off of it unless you can control yourself. Is that what you want to hear? Because the fact is, you know yourself better than anybody. So you're going to go on it. Fuck, you're probably on his social media right now, bitch. Aren't you? Aren't you? She's like, yes, I am. So I don't give unrealistic advice, okay? I don't give unrealistic advice. If somebody, people ask me that all the time, I say, no, you just control what you see. Control what you see. Yeah, control what you see. So I don't give a shit if you're looking at him post, if he posted a picture of a goddamn fucking flower on his social media. Look at him. Look at him posting the flowers he just bought for me. Yeah, he's actually going to buy me flowers this week. You need to control it all. The entire narrative, you need to control it all. Everything about the narrative. See, for women, like, it shouldn't be difficult because, like I said, guys are not like, in my opinion, unless their business is online, like unless they leverage social media for business, they're not like online like that. They don't post like that. And if they do, it's stupid reposts, right? Like fucking funny memes or funny reels. That's literally all they post. If I was to go like on my Instagram right now and literally look at all my guys' stories and shit, like it's all they fucking post. Like it's just all funny fucking reels and shit. It's all stupid shit. They're over here like they're on fucking the cover of Vogue magazine posting a gang of pictures of them. And most of the times they're not sitting there posting their SPs, their getter trash all fucking day long on their social media. And it's all about what you tell yourself. Okay? Because a lot of guys, unless it's like a family thing or there's a reason for them to post being out with you, a lot of times they don't do that shit. They really don't. And so, but what you guys like to do, thanks, Miss Jar Jar, but what you guys fucking like to do is make shit up. Okay? That's all you do. So like, he'll post a picture of being at a restaurant and all you see is his meal. It's all you fucking see is his meal. Maybe, just maybe, you'll see a corner of a fucking plate off to the side of the picture. Here's what you like to do. Who the fuck is he at dinner with? Huh? Maybe you're even zooming in on the fucking corner of the plate that you see in the corner, the second dish that you see on the corner of the thing, zooming in, trying to figure out what that shit is. Who the fuck is he out there with? I wonder if he's out to dinner with another woman. Is he on another date? That's what you're fucking doing. Even though there's a picture of a goddamn plate of food at the restaurant. You know, or he's at the beach and he posts a picture of the fucking ocean waves and you're like, who's he there with, huh? What's he doing there? I bet you he took this bitch there. Exactly. It could be like a bread plate. He could have been out to work on a work dinner. Could have been out with a guy friend. But you guys like to assign every meaning to a bitch. Every meaning goes to a bitch. And you tell me I'm fucking wrong. You know I'm not wrong. Doesn't matter where that motherfucker goes. You're over here like, I wonder if he's out there with that bitch. Did he take that bitch? What are you doing? What are you doing? This is where discipline comes in. This is where you get to get used to setting positive meaning to every goddamn thing, right? Positive meaning to everything. To sit there and be like, hey, brown-eyed Crystal. Being like, you know what? Look at him. Getting ready to take me on a date. Yeah, I bet he missed me at that dinner. Yeah, I know he missed me at that fucking dinner. Look at him all sad walking on the beach missing me. Every fucking thing he does, he should be thinking about you. I don't give a fuck what you're looking at. I don't care what you're looking at. Oh, and if you guys insist on going to gutter trash's social media, that is even more discipline. Because she's the one that's posting. She's the one that's triggering you. Because she'll post all kinds of shit she doesn't want you to see, or she wants you to see, excuse me. Because you think she's fucking stupid. She's not. Well, I mean, she's fucking stupid, but she knows that you're looking. So she's trying to trigger you. Fuck that bitch. That's what you should be looking at, like, damn, she's so pathetic. Every time I don't give a fuck if she posts her and your SP. You take one hard look at that picture, like, she is so fucking pathetic. She's a worthless piece of shit. Like, look how pathetic she is. That's all you should be telling yourself, because you know what your subconscious mind heard? That she's fucking pathetic. Guess what? She needs to continue to be fucking pathetic. Look at this crazy bitch. You could be looking at a whole picture of her with your SP, but in here, look at that fucking crazy ass bitch. She's so fucking crazy. Because that's all your subconscious mind knows. So then guess what happens to her? She gets fucking crazy. She gets even crazier because that's all you keep telling yourself. The meaning to every fucking thing she posts online is crazy bitch. He fucking hates her. Like, he literally hates her. Ew, she's fucking crazy. She's so nasty. That's all I would do. Get petty with it. We have to leverage the law, okay? We have to leverage the law. So literally, I tell you guys, I was like, nope. If I want to go on, back when I was getting rid of gutter trash, or no, I didn't even know she had social media, to be honest. I mean, I probably did, but I didn't even know her name. I didn't even know her name, okay, at all. So that's why I say you don't need to know them to affirm their ass away, because I had no idea who she was. But you should be looking at their social, but you guys would be like, should I not go on their social media? I said, I can't tell you that. I won't tell you something that I did. Okay, that's fucking stupid. I'm not gonna be like, no, you shouldn't go on their social media when I did it. But I learned to assign meaning to every fucking thing. That's right. Like, literally, every fucking picture, every post the gutter trash makes, you're like, that bitch is fucking batshit. That's crazy. He fucking hates her ass. He literally hates her. He can't stand her. Every fucking post you see. Because she has to continue to do that. No, I don't believe in divine timing. I strongly suggest you don't either. And the only reason I say that is because whatever you assume to be true will always be true for you in your reality. So if you assume to believe in divine timing, guess what that means? That means that whenever you decide divine timing has arrived, then that's when you'll get your manifestation, right? It's kind of like when people will say, it will happen on God's timing. Who's deciding that? Where in the Bible does it say how long God's timing takes? You know what I'm saying? So when you say that and you just like leave it up to the man upstairs and then just keep it pushing, the only way that works is because, one, you believe it will work, but two, you don't realize you're actually doing the work to aid in that manifestation, right? Which is why they say God's timing, right? Because the timing is different for everyone, because they assume it will become true, but they don't realize that they're actually doing the work, so that when it happens, they're like, prayer was answered. Yeah, but you actually did the work. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's different. Okay. Right. So it's like, yeah. And if you notice, the Bible references 3 days, like a shit ton of time, right? A shit ton of times. Just like, when did Jesus rise? In 3 days, right? So that's where they say that you have to hold the state for 3 days and it will show up. And that, unfortunately, is a lot of your guys' problem, is you guys waver so much that, and again, wavering one and flipping the thought, to me, that's not putting yourself in a different state, okay? For me, you're putting yourself in it's not here state because you're dwelling on the shit. Okay? Like when you guys will say, like, I'm spiraling. The fuck are you talking about spiraling? How do you spiral in your thoughts? That tells me everything I need to know, that you're not doing what I said you need to do, because how the fuck are you spiraling if you're flipping every thought? And then if you have one negative thought and you find that you're spiraling, why are you not robotically affirming? Because if you're robotically affirming, you wouldn't be spiraling. You can't do that. You can't do that, because then in the same breath, you're like, it's not here yet. Yeah, of course it's not fucking here yet, because you're constantly flipping between states. You're spiraling, which means you're now choosing the it's not here yet state, if you will, versus immersing yourself in perfect boyfriend, and flipping every thought that comes up against that throughout the day, and then affirming for what you want so that you don't give your negative thoughts any life. Okay, it's not one negative thought after negative thought after negative thought after negative thought. It's not that way. So one negative thought's not going to kill you because you flip it. Okay, so you keep yourself in the state of wish fulfilled, if you will, of he's back state, and now he shows up. I didn't say you had to do this fucking forever before he shows up. I was like, oh, he's not coming. You got to hold the date for 60 fucking days. It's like 3 days max. Like, how the fuck long is that? That's not very long. Hey, Armando, welcome from Colombia. It's not very long. 3 fucking days? Seriously? You've been bitching about it for far longer than that. Right? Because a lot of you guys would be like, yeah, it's been like 8 months, 2 years, no contact. Okay, so you've been doing nothing but wasting time for 2 years. You can't hold a different state for 3 fucking days? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. It just takes discipline, right? Because now it becomes natural. Now I flip every thought naturally. I don't have to try to flip them. I just naturally flip the thought. I will naturally, if I find that I'm having more than one negative thought, or I'm going down, makeshift story lane, if you will, where you're making up a fucking story in your mind, then I will affirm. Why? Because I can't continue to make up a fucking fictitious story in my mind if I'm affirming. Okay? So now I will affirm. So, shit never changed. 3 goddamn fucking days. That's it. A short contact for 3 nights. Should I move on to coming home if there is a... I'm assuming you meant 3P, which we call them getter trash. Hey, Gemisco. I'd have to know a little bit more context there, because you said, so if SP has been in short contact for 3 nights, should you move on? Okay, first of all, no, you should not. And the reason I say it is because, just because you're, like, let's say you're affirming that he's always calling and texting me, right? That's one of your affirmations. And he starts always calling and texting you. You have to continue. You can add the next step. Okay. Yes. Add the next step, but still affirm for the contact, because it has to be, you'll know when you can drop that, because it will just be like an expectation of yours, right? Where you won't be questioning that, like, is he going to call me tonight? Right? Because, we've been solid for 3 days, right? You wouldn't question that anymore. It'll just be like an expectation. You'll just know that you're talking to him today. Of course he's going to call me in the morning. Why wouldn't he? Right? And so it becomes natural for you. Then you can drop that one and only stick to the next step and the next step. I like to stay ahead of the game, though, right? So we're not just going to affirm for fucking contact. That's stupid. I want to contact and sing me and wanting to be with me. All 3 of those. So then when the contact is consistent, you can drop that one, and now we add another step. So now it's consistently seeing you, spending time together, right? Because that's what you do leading up to a relationship. Consistently spending time together, relationship. He'll do anything to be with me. He wants to live with me. So now we have the next step, right? So now you have all 3 of those. Then when you're consistently seeing each other all the damn time, then you can drop that one, because it's now natural for you. You expect to see him all the time. And then you move to the next one where he'll do anything to be with me. He wants to live with me. He is so in love with me. Okay. Now you move to the next step. Okay. And so forth. And that's how that works. But do not drop the step because it's been 3 days. Okay. This is where hot and cold comes in, because I'm willing to bank that because it's only been 3 days, it's not a firm expectation of yours. Okay, that this is how it is. Because I have some people that like everything else is great, but they still aren't expecting contact every day. So you have to keep that until you know that until it's an expectation. Then you can drop that shit. Okay, am I supposed to affirm until it unfolds, even though I don't have any opposing thoughts towards it? Okay, Pamasemo. I'd strongly suggest that you pay attention to your thought process throughout the day, because you may not have opposing thoughts, right? So you may not tell yourself, and this is good for all of you may not tell yourself like, he's never contacting me. He never talks to me. Like, you may not be telling yourself that, but given what your current situation is, you're also not expecting the opposite, right? So you may just be accepting that this is how it is. Okay. So it may not necessarily be an opposing thought to it, but it's like, you may not be telling yourself he doesn't want to be with you, but you're also not expecting him to be with you. Okay. So you also don't know that he wants to be with you. So there may not be an opposing thought. So therefore, yes, you should affirm for what you want from this person, what you want from this relationship. Because even though you're not thinking against it, that's good, because that should work very fast for you. As long as you're selecting the version of your SP that you want, it should unfold very fast for you since you have no opposing thoughts. But I'm willing to bank on the fact that if you were honest with yourself and did an assessment of your thoughts over the next 24 hours, that you'll find that you do. That you're either not expecting perfect boyfriend, or you're also not expecting the behavior you want from your SP. Because if you were doing all that, you wouldn't not have him right now. You'd be with him. So if you're not somewhere, you're not expecting that behavior from him. You may not be expecting the worst, but you're also not expecting the best. And so because of that, it's just kind of like neutral. It's kind of like two people that broke up and just went their own separate ways. You know, because I never had any opposing thoughts to any of my other fucking exes, because I wasn't trying to get it back. Well, Usually I've always had, which is interesting when it comes to this boyfriend, because I've always had the mentality like, you better think twice before you end shit. Because if you end it, it's a fucking wrap, dog. That's always been my mentality. I was like, I don't go backwards. I only move forward. So if you break up, like I had somebody end an engagement for some stupid ass reason, then he realized he was wrong and tried to get back together. And I was like, nope, it's a wrap. And that's always been my mentality. So I've never really tried to pursue anybody back before, except this one, because I was like, oh no, he's perfect. And I've had other perfect boyfriends in the past that I fucked up. And I didn't know about the law, or I would have probably manifested their back. I'd probably be married by now. But because I've had a couple really good boyfriends, but for the majority, fucking dog shit losers. We'll just talk about that. I heard a coach say we shouldn't affirm for contact. I called them out. I'm sure you did get blocked. I'm sure you did get blocked, because how dare you give realistic advice? And that's the stupid, this is what I'm talking about, what's online these days, is, does that make sense? Why shouldn't you affirm for contact? What are you supposed to sit there and let them, and what do you, so you want me to affirm for marriage, but I shouldn't affirm for contact, even though we're in no contact. You want me to affirm for marriage, but not contact. How does that make sense? Because if I can't even get them to contact me, how the fuck are you supposed to be on board? And how are you supposed to be on board with marriage? That doesn't make any fucking sense. That doesn't make any sense, okay? On top of that, stay away from email coaching. If any of you guys are getting email coaching from other people out there, stay away from that. And because, I just talked to somebody today, and this is unfortunately the problem with email coaching, like taking an online fucking course. You don't need to take a course to get your SP back. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like you have to go to a college university. There's a class on how to manifest your SP back. That's fucking stupid. That is so stupid. But the problem with email coaching is it's one direction, okay, a lot of times, or you have to write shit down, but writing things down oftentimes gets misread versus you trying to explain things. Plus, there's a lot of email coaches. I didn't know this. There's a lot of email coaches out there that don't let you tell your old story. It's fucking stupid. How the hell can they help you if they don't know some context? You know what I'm saying? Because that tells me all I need to know. That means if they don't want to hear your old story, you know what that tells me? That you and 5,000 other people are getting the exact same fucking email. Because if they actually heard your old story and knew exactly the context of your relationship, that would require them to work on your situation for each person. But there's a reason they don't want to hear your story. Because you're getting the same email as everybody else, and everybody's paying what? They're not cheap either. Right? They're not cheap either. A couple $100 for an email that is a fucking template. Help me help that make sense. You have to know the old story. I tell you guys, I need to know your old story because I pull your language out and know exactly what the problem is. Plus, I also know what obstacles you've been creating. Okay? Because a lot of times we're not aware of the obstacles we are creating. That is why what you're affirming for and stuff isn't working, because you've got obstacles that you've created. So when I hear your old story, I'm like, oop, that's an obstacle. We need to eliminate that. Oop, that's another obstacle. We need to eliminate that. And then also, if there's gutter trash, it's like, would you guys explain about the gutter trash? I can find out exactly what the problem is. I'm like, oh, you're mislabeling gutter trash. And then when they think about it, they're like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that. I said, right. So because of that, he literally can't leave. And that's what some of you guys have to realize. I keep telling you guys, a lot of the things coming out of their mouth won't make sense because it's not them. It's you, right? So like, for this scenario, it was like, he would tell her, I don't want to be with her. But then you're like, so why the fuck you with her then? Right? Like, duh, common sense, right? You're saying you don't want to be with her, but yet you're with her. That's because you're keeping them together, even though he doesn't want to be with her. How your assumption of her is exactly why he doesn't want to be with her, but he has to. So we changed that, right? I was like, we need to dead that assumption, because that assumption of her is exactly why he won't leave her. And he's not even aware of it because it's not him, right? And so we changed that. So there's different things that we're unaware of. Well, that shit isn't being done in a fucking email. And like you're a goddamn secretary, you got to write an email to corporate fucking America. And then like she had said, she goes, and then when they write back and say, this is what you have to do, live in the end of marriage, that's fucking stupid trash advice. And then she was like, and then they tell you what to do, and you're like, but how do I know if I'm doing it right? Yeah, that's the problem, because there's no support, right? There's no support. It's like, you may as well, if you really want to go get an email coach, just go to ChatGPT. They'll coach you. My mom, let me tell you, she uses ChatGPT for everything. I was like, you need to fucking stop with the ChatGPT bullshit. Like for everything. And I'm like, ChatGPT is her doctor. He's also her attorney. I'm just like, man. Anyway, okay, let's move on. We're going to do the photo exercise in about 2 minutes. What if the 3P is also using law of assumption and programmed against us? Maricel, the 3P, gutter trash, cannot win in your reality unless you let her. Unless you let her. She can't win in your reality. And most likely she's not doing what I tell you to do. So she's not going to win anyway. I always thought that too, but I'm like, no. It's not going to work, because this is your reality. Okay, and so let's say she's using the law of assumption. Well, here's the thing. First of all, if you're listening to me, I teach you how to leverage the law. So we play chess. We don't play checkers. Okay, so she right now, let's say she's using the law of assumption. So she probably very much views you as competition. But see, when we talk, right, on my videos, I teach you to give her whatever meaning you want to give her. You want her to be crazy? Raging bitch? Who do you want her to be? A fucking cheater? Whatever you want. Okay, well, that's not who she is. See, she's not going to do that to you. Okay? So, on top of that, she also doesn't know how to get rid of you. Not the way I teach, because the way I teach, that bitch get to the dumpster. But again, you don't want to create an assumption that doesn't benefit you. Okay, so why the fuck would you choose to assume that the gutter trash knows about the law of assumption and is using it against you? Remember, what you assume to be true will always be true. So what the fuck are you doing, Maricel? No, that bitch is spiritually asleep. She's spiritually asleep. She's too busy praying while I'm over here playing chess. That's what you need to tell yourself. Don't assume anything or question things that don't benefit you at all. Like you guys should not, unless you know there's gutter trash in the picture, why the fuck do you insist on trying to create gutter trash? Do you understand how stupid that sounds? So it's like, it's different if you know that there's gutter trash because you know that you created it. And now you're like, well, shit. But for you guys that know the law and for you guys to sit there and question what they're doing, is there someone else? Are they, I don't know, or I'm not sure if they're talking to someone else. Why in the hell would you want to create gutter trash? That doesn't make it, because you're going to be right. So it's like you don't have any confirmation at all. There's no confirmation at all, but instead you'd rather, in your mind, create it. You know how stupid that fucking sounds. Bayside babe, I don't know what about 9 months. Are you referring to being in no contact for 9 months? I'm assuming you are. So if that's the case, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Am I pregnant? No, not yet. Not yet. It's husband with D3 and D3 just put in a relationship, so I switched it with her dog. Simple 50, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. What the fuck is a D3? And I'm assuming, yeah, I don't know. Rewrite that shit, girl. Oh, okay. It's husband with 3P and 3P and gutter trash just put in a relationship, so I switched it with her dog. Did you say you just switched it that she's in a relationship with her dog? Oh, man. Okay. Well, I want you to give us an update because I'm just curious if you just turned her into being into bestiality. Oh, man, because if you did, man, that's going to be my next video. That is going to be my next video. How to turn them into how to get them to be into bestiality. Oh, man. My man shows me Kelly that he's loyal, loving his son. Yes, Kelly. Yes, that's what I say. He shows me every day that he's loyal, faithful, and committed to me. And only me. And he does. He literally does, like, every day. Remember, guys, I told you about the how he woke me up yesterday like it was a goddamn earthquake. Right? And this morning, though, right back on track. Because in here, you know how the fuck to wake me up. What is wrong with you? So, I verbalized it, though. I'm not going to lie. I was like, what was up with the earthquake shaking this morning? I was like, and you have the nerve? Because I joked with him. I said, and you have the nerve to get frustrated at me getting up to go to the bathroom if I, like, bolt up out of bed? Yeah, you think it's dope to shake my ass? And he's like, and so today, I just made a joke. See, that's how you have to do some things, guys. Turn it into a joke. And I didn't harp on it. Didn't give him an attitude. And sure enough, today, woke me right back up. Woke me up this morning just how I like it. With kisses all over. Jen SP said he's not going to be online at all because of Ramadan. Oh, well, Ren? So what? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't care. I don't care what he said. Okay, I don't care what he said. I got a friend right now that celebrates Ramadan. And you know what? That man can't fucking stay offline. That's how he runs his business. So what the fuck are you talking about? As far as I'm concerned, I know Ramadan. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I worked with this guy. I know Ramadan, like, let me tell you guys, they are like committed. They're committed to their religion. And I admire that, actually. I really admire that because, like, they pray like 3 times a day on cue. And then for Ramadan, they have a bunch of festivities, I think, but mainly they don't eat, like, when the sun is out. And I'm like, damn, that's discipline. I don't know if I could do it. And so, because I love to fucking eat. And so that they do all that. But I don't think being off the internet is one of those things. So, because if it was, then I would understand, right? Like if he's like, sorry, babe, can't go to lunch because it's Ramadan, that I get, because that's their religion. That's what they do. And, but what the fuck does the internet have to do with that? Stop accepting what they tell you, right? I told you this shit a million fucking and one times. Is stop accepting it. I don't care if he said he's not going to be online at all because of Ramadan. Cool. Well, you have a great Ramadan, and I'll talk to you later. No, because you're calling me tonight. You don't have to be online to pick up the phone, fucking ring-a-ding-ding. So that's what you need to do. You need to get control, take control, put your fucking crown on. Because you, for some reason, I don't know if your crown is too big, but it keeps falling off. The fuck is wrong with you? Put your fucking crown on. Don't take it off again. Don't take it off again. Who gives a shit what he just told you? And give your commands. You let his ass know. You're calling me tonight. Thanks, honey. Cute, you think you have. It's so cute. Like a puppy dog, right? Like it's so cute. You think you have a say-so when you're going to talk to me? I don't think so. I don't think so. The only way you have a say-so is if I decide you have a say-so. And I decide you don't. So, I expect you to call me tonight. Thank you very much. And they will. All of a sudden, Ramadan, all of a sudden he can call you. Get the fuck out of here. I know people that celebrate Ramadan. I do admire that religion, to be honest. I was like, damn. I had no idea. Until I was like, can we talk at 12? He's like, no, I pray at that time. I was like, damn. And then not eating. For kids too, I was like, damn. Kids, could you imagine kids being at school? I was like, now that's discipline. Kids being at school all day long. At lunchtime, looking at everybody eat. While they drink their water. And that's obviously no shit to the religion. I was just like, damn, that's commitment. That's what all you need to take. Yeah, you should take some advice from them. Look how committed they are. Where they don't eat certain shit. They don't eat all day long. They don't eat pork. They don't eat none of that shit. They pray religiously. They do all that shit on the clock. Ain't nobody got to remind their ass to pray. Ain't nobody got to remind them of that. That's called commitment. Y'all should take just a portion of that commitment and put it in your own life. That's what you should be doing. Bayside babe, I've been affirming a messages from SP for 10 months. That's because stick with me, Bayside babe, and we're going to help you out. That's because it's not about affirming. Hopefully you all are seeing this, right? She actually hasn't been doing law of attraction shit for 10 months. She's been affirming. For messages from her SP. And she ain't gotten shit in 10 months. This is why I tell you guys, it ain't about affirming. Okay? Affirming is part of it, yeah. But it's how you see that person, Bayside babe. So you need to start seeing that person. You need to start seeing that person as your perfect person. They go to a different room. That makes sense, Cece. I would. I'd go sit in the bathroom the whole time. No, probably not the bathroom. That's gross. Anyway. So you need to literally start realizing how you describe them, what it is that you see from them. Who is your perfect boyfriend? Because if you had persistent perfect boyfriend, he would message you. Okay, this is why your affirmations haven't been working. Because you're looking at the current version of your boyfriend. You're looking at who he is today. Not who you want him to be for you. So they don't even drink water. How the fuck? Oh, see, that's commitment. You guys can't even fucking go 2 hours without fucking wavering and downward spiraling and all that shit. But yet children and Muslims can go 14 hours without fucking water and food. Hey, Adriana. Okay, they can go that long without fucking water and food. Yeah, you guys can't even discipline your mind for 5 minutes. You understand how stupid that sounds? How fucking stupid that sounds. Right? No one's got to remind them. No one has to tell them to keep going. They just automatically do it. Suffer through the day. And you know what? On top of that, you guys think like Ramadan, like 4 days? No, that's just like a long ass time. It's like 30 days or some shit like that. It's a long ass time. Okay? But they can do it. Ain't nobody got to remind them. Ain't nobody got to push them through it. You don't see them cheating. They don't. They discipline themselves. They learned how to do it. And now they just do it naturally. Granted, they probably get a little cranky towards the end of the 30-day cycle. But that's when they have a feast. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Wavering is like cheating on a diet. That's right. So how often are you doing it? You know, that's why, you know what, that's probably why they don't lose weight when they do Ramadan. Because they eating all the shit in the middle of the night. Like, I'd be like, dinner time is like 2 o'clock in the morning. Just kidding. Anyway, all right, let's do the photo method, okay? Pull out your phones and pull out a picture of your boo. Okay, if you are new here, the photo method is where we're going to command some contact, okay? Now, yes, I would, and I would persist in perfect boyfriend, 1,000%. Okay, so let's affirm for contact. So, I want everybody right now, I want you to go back, and I want you to remember a time in your relationship where everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. I want you to remember who that person was, right? That version of your SP that just doted on you, who loved you, who made you feel like $1 million, who just took care of you, who held you in his arms, told you everything you wanted to hear, and was just that perfect boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. Remember them as that person, who they were for you. Now I want you to go ahead and you have that perfect version of your boyfriend. Now I want you to bring them to the point of now. That version of your boyfriend or girlfriend of your SP is here with you now. Okay, that same version. Forget who they were 2 minutes ago. That's not them anymore. Okay, the only person, your SP is only your perfect person right now. Okay? Now, I want you to look at their picture and you're going to put on your crown. If you're new here, you will put on your crown. If you are not new here, that should surely be on because we don't take that shit off. Okay? So if you are in no contact with your SP or you're in contact but it is not consistent contact, then you are going to command contact. Okay? You could say they're going to text you right now, you're calling me right now, you're contacting me right now. Whatever has to happen for that to unfold naturally will happen. Okay? So if they're a caller, not a texter, they're going to call you, and if you told them to text you, it doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares? Okay? So you have that perfect version of your boyfriend, or you have that perfect version of your SP right now, right? They're here with you right now. So you're going to look at their picture, and if you're alone, you're going to say it out loud. If you're not alone, then say it in your mind. Don't look like a wacko. Okay? And you're going to look at their picture, dead ass in their eyes, and you're going to say it with a little authority, a little command. Queens and kings give commands. And when they give a command, they know it's going to be done. Now. Okay? So you're going to expect that version because you already brought that perfect SP. Your perfect SP is here with you right now. They're not the same person they were 2 minutes ago. They're your perfect person. So you expect them to do perfect person behavior. Okay? So you're going to look at their picture and you're going to say, you're texting me right now. 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 You're going to do this the whole time we're on break. Okay? Now, if you're in constant contact with this person, then you're going to command that they come see you. You're coming to see me today. 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 Now, if you're in a full-blown relationship with SB, then command them to do something fun. You're having sexy time with me tonight, or you're cooking me dinner tonight, whatever the fuck you want them to do. You're going to tell them to do it. Okay? It's really that simple. If you did exactly what I said, and you imagined your perfect boyfriend or perfect girlfriend, and you brought that version of your SP to now, guess what? They're going to contact you on the spot. Every time we do this exercise, someone gets contact, okay? The only way they can contact you right now is if you expect them to. And if you brought back the version of your SP, like I said, and that is the SP that's here for you now, instead of who they were 5 minutes ago, that this is who they are right now, guess what? They're going to contact you. That's what perfect SPs do. You understand? All right. So let's get busy. Okay? Do this now and expect them to contact you. They're your perfect person. Why wouldn't they? And we're back. How did you feel? Hopefully you did exactly what the fuck I said to do, excuse me. And brought that version of your SP back, the one that you love. Now hold on to that version of your SP. Like, don't let it go. Hold on to that version of your SP, okay? Because that version still exists. He didn't die, okay? No, you just have to bring him back. He's just waiting for you to bring him back. So when are you going to decide to bring him back and keep him here? Like, no, motherfucker, you're here to stay. I like this version of you, not the version that is currently in my reality. I prefer this version of my SP. So, yes, you can. Yes, you can make him up. You should be recreating your SP to be exactly who the fuck you want him to be. Why settle when you could have, everything you want? And I literally mean anything you want. You think he needs to be a couple more inches? Cool. Think he needs to be better in bed? No problem. Now he's a stallion, baby. Okay? Literally, it's not that difficult. Okay, but if you hold on to this version of your SP, he ain't going nowhere. Okay? He ain't going nowhere. Okay, Nadine, don't make me cuss your ass out right here, okay? You are not new here, bitch. I told you, circumstances don't matter. Doesn't matter what circumstance. Circumstances don't matter. Don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. Repeat after me. Your circumstances don't fucking matter. Fuck your circumstances. What circumstance? I ain't got no circumstance. Fuck a circumstance. Yes. That's exactly how you want that's exactly how you want them to be for you. Look at this. I always get restricted on here. And TikTok, apparently that's what they do because they reward you if you could go 2 days without getting restricted. Well, good luck with that one. And I don't care. So, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption, okay? I don't teach the law. I don't parrot Neville Goddard. I teach you how to leverage because we leverage the law to make it work and bend in our favor, okay? So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, I get restricted for all kinds of stupid shit. It's always the same thing. Sorry. It's always bullying and harassment. And I was like, who the fuck am I bullying and who am I harassing? How do you even harass someone on your own live? That doesn't make any sense. That's telling me to stop trying to make your circumstances the exception to the law. Oh man, these people out here teach trash ass advice. I give you real advice, okay? Oh, that's right. I gotta create that. I'm gonna create that this weekend for you. So I don't give trash ass advice. I give realistic advice. I bring logic into manifestation because if it doesn't make sense, it's hard for you to wrap your mind around it. Okay, so I very much think manifestation is logical. And so I bring logic into manifestation. I give you realistic advice where it makes fucking sense. Because I'm going to show you guys, for those of you who are new here, exactly what led to your breakup. So you can understand, because I get a lot of new people here. Because you need to understand what led to the breakup so you can create the makeup. Okay? And understand that you caused all this shit. So if you can cause all this shit to happen to you, why can't you cause it all to work for you, right? And change it, just like you did a bit ago, okay? All right, so if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, link is all links are in the fucking bio, okay? It's not expensive at all. I personally keep my prices very, very low. It's less than $100 because I want you to get the help that you need, right? Stop trying all this bullshit that's out here that's not working for you so we can get your shit right and tight, okay? You should be saying, you're calling me right now. You're calling me right now, okay? You're calling me right now. That's what you should be saying. Okay, also if you want tech support coaching, you can get that. I also have a WhatsApp community. It is entirely free right now, so go ahead and join it. If you're in there before it goes to paid, which will, I say that shit all the time. Eventually it will, but you will never have to pay for it, okay? And we're constantly trying to refine it and so forth. On top of that, I go live every day at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you ever miss a live from me, don't trip. Just go head on over to my YouTube channel. The replays are always posted there. And like I always tell you, because I keep it real with you, go ahead, play the lives that are long as fuck. Just meet the volume. Help me get my watch hours up. Okay. So, Yeah, yeah, you have to you're giving a command, okay? Prima donna, you have to give a command. He will call you on the spot the minute you expect him to. Okay, the minute you know that he'll call you, because why wouldn't he? He's your perfect boyfriend. He'll call you. If he's not, it's because you're still expecting asshole version, the one you don't want. And you're creating circumstances, doing all whatever it is that you got to do, and then wondering why the shit ain't working. That's why, right? There's a lot of circumstances that you create without realizing what you're doing, okay? Without realizing what you're doing. Yes, that's right. Now you can complete the makeup. Okay, so typically what happens in a relationship when you guys first start, everything is great, right? It checks all the boxes. You guys are fantastic, peachy king, jelly bean. And so because of that, things escalate quickly, right? Things in your relationships tend to escalate, right? Because you're in everything is perfect mode in my relationship. So because of that, feelings get caught, things get hot and heavy. You guys start talking all the time. Now you're constantly hanging out. Now you're boyfriend and girlfriend, right? And you're even exchanging the 4-letter word, love. Okay, and everything is great, 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 great. Then you have an argument. Well, started as a disagreement and is now an argument. Why? Because you ladies can't shut the hell up. So you have to have the last word. So you want to plead your case. You want to defend yourself. You let me just get him to realize my point of view. And so that's what you do. Now it turns into a whole argument. And so then once you're done arguing verbally, he's moved about his day, and the arguing is still happening here in your mind, right? The arguing is still happening over and over and over again, and you're still bitching about him and so forth. And then what happens? Everything goes back to normal. Why? Because you swept the problem under the rug. And so then everything goes back to normal. You're right back on track. Then you have another disagreement that turns into another argument, and it goes the same way that the first one did. Okay? You argue in person, then you bitch in your mind, and you bitch and complain to everybody that will listen about your argument, and you have to get your point across. So then you tend to notice, yeah, that's right, you talk about that shit to your friends, and you wonder why your friends don't like your SP. So then you keep going, and you notice the arguments tend to get a little more frequent, right? And you start, the way you were talking about him when you first worked together has now started to change. Now you're like, yeah, we're good, but he's starting to be an asshole. Like a lot of you will even say, like, I don't even recognize him anymore. Like he's not the same person I fell in love with, right? Of course he's not, because you've done nothing but change your version of him in your mind. You've continuously selected the version that you don't want. And over time, your version of him starts to change, where you start to sit there and be like, like we're not good, right? We're not good. Now you start, the more arguments you have, the more your opinion of him changes, and the more he matches that said change. And then you know what happens? Then you start, towards the end of your relationship, you start to question your whole relationship altogether. Does he love me still? Where do I stand? Are we good? Is he going to break up with me? Like, does he still love me anymore? And then the breakup happens. Because you caused that. Because your version of him, your view of him changed over time in the course of your relationship. And now when the breakup happens, that's not the same man you fell in love with, right? It's not the same version of him, because you created that through your thoughts and through the things that you were saying, because you never flipped that. So over the course, towards the end of your relationship, you started questioning your relationship. You started questioning your position in his life. If he loved you, if he cared about you anymore, if he wanted to be with you. And you never flipped those thoughts. And it manifested. You were right. So because you're right, and then here's the best part. Then the best part is now the breakup happens. Now what do? You react. Let me just go ahead and plead my case. If I could just get him to talk to me, he will understand and we'll get back together. Like, so let me just blow his shit up. Let me call him 55,000 times. And if he doesn't respond to those, I'll just text him endlessly. Like, well, I'll just text him another 55,000 times. And if he doesn't answer that, then now I'm going to call him with a private number. Because now he blocked me on the phone. So let me call him with a private number, because he might not know that shit is me. And then let me stalk him on social media. And let me just look at all his shit all day long. And now you're blocked on everything. Because you tried to force 3D. You tried to plead your case. Well, how'd that work out? It didn't work out. Every time you try to force the 3D, it backfires. Every time you try to force a 3D, it will backfire. So now we got a whole fucking mess that we have to clean up. Okay? But it doesn't matter because you can change that. Just like you created the breakup, you can create the makeup. The same fucking way. You didn't robotically affirm for your excuse me, my thing is fucking crap. You didn't robotically affirm for your breakup, did you? I don't think you walked around town all day long saying, he's gonna break up with me, he's gonna break up with me, he's gonna break up with me. You didn't do that. So you don't have to do that for your makeup necessarily, but you need to robotically affirm because a lot of you are so fucked up after your breakup, if you will, right? It's like you're so messed up about your breakup that all you can do is go down memory lane about all the hurtful things he said to you. But you have to understand that the only reason he said that shit to you was because you pushed and you pushed and you pushed and you prodded, where finally he was like, let me just tell this bitch to go fuck herself and maybe she'll get the clue. Maybe she'll leave me alone. Because every time you tried to beg him, plead with him to take you back and plead your case and apologize like a desperate woman, and the more you chased him, the more he pushed away, right? And so you guys think that that's the vibe. So he had no choice but to tell you what you thought he was going to tell you. So he had no choice. This is all you, right? So you guys tend to go down memory lane and feel sorry for yourselves and fucking victimize yourself over and over and over again, when really, like, he didn't do shit. He didn't say those mean, hurtful things to you. He didn't treat you like shit. He didn't block you. He didn't do any of that. You did. You basically got your own ass blocked. You basically cussed your own self out and told yourself that you don't want anything to do with me. That's what you did. He didn't do any of that. Those were not his words. Those were not his feelings. Those were not his thoughts. They were yours. So what you fucking dwelling for? What are you going down memory lane and being sad like a sad little puppy dog for? For fucking what? For what? He didn't do any of that shit. A lot of you will be like, I'm affirming that he's going to beg for my forgiveness. Forgiveness for what? That's not going to happen. Because what the fuck no, you need to forgive yourself. Okay. And say, okay, I literally, like, he only said the things that hurt my feelings, the things that I keep replaying in my mind. He didn't say any of that shit. He played the part that I assigned him, which at that point I assigned him the villain role. So he had no choice but to play it out. Okay, I kept questioning what he was going to say to me and how he was going to talk to me, and if he's going to, and I kept choosing asshole version, so he had no choice but to play that role. I kept asking him to tell me how he feels because clearly I was unsure about how he felt. So he had no choice but to confirm that shit to me. He had no choice to do everything he did. You created that. Okay, so you guys can blame him, be the victim all you want. You can victimize yourself till the fucking wheels fall off. That isn't going to change shit because you're the one that created it all. So what are you over here going down and replaying all the hurtful, mean things he said to you when you're the one that said them to yourself? For what? For what? That wasn't him. That was you. He had no choice but to push your thoughts back onto you. Everybody has no choice but to push their thoughts back onto you. It's not their choice. Okay, so you can blame him all you fucking want. You can go down sad ass memory lane all you fucking want. For what? For what? You think somehow you're going to go down memory sad lane and all of a sudden the shit's going to rewrite itself and change? It's not. Because if that was the case, then you wouldn't be here, would you? You wouldn't be without your ST right now, would you? It's very easy to get into your own head because we've been doing this. This is where it takes discipline. See, you guys don't understand. Here's what I need you to understand. Excuse me while I parch my throat. You guys have been operating on autopilot your entire life. Before you learned about the law, okay, is how you've just lived. Okay, you let your thoughts be your thoughts, and it was just free. It was just a hot fucking mess. You were just letting life happen to you. Okay, you were just thinking about whatever the fuck you wanted to think about. You were doing whatever you did, and just going through life on autopilot. So, and everything is a manifestation. Everything pushed out. You're not here to learn how to manifest. You're here to learn how to control what you're manifesting. Okay, so it's not about And so all you have to do is, it's kind of like if you're learning how to speak Spanish and you've never spoken a lick of Spanish in your entire life. Is it supposed to become easy for you? Is it supposed to be easy at first? No. Maybe when you learn the word hola and como está, don't judge my fucking Spanish. Okay, so it's when you're learning something new, it's not easy at first because you've been doing the opposite your entire life, okay? You have been running on autopilot your entire life. So you're not here to learn, what you're here to do is learn how to control it, learn how to do things fucking differently. Okay, you can't do things the same way you've been doing it because how the fuck is it working out for you? How's it working out? It's obviously not. So you have to do things differently. This is where the discipline comes in. This is where the discipline comes in. You cannot sit there and, unless you assume you can, but you literally can't sit there and practice Spanish for 20 minutes a day and expect to speak Spanish fluently in 30 fucking days. Can you? No, because all day long you're speaking in English and you're practicing Spanish for 20 minutes a day. You think you're going to speak it fluently in 30 days? No, you're not. Because you've been speaking the opposite language all day long. Same thing with your fucking thoughts. So if you're going to sit there robotically affirm for 25 minutes a day, what the fuck are you doing the rest of your day? Okay, the rest of your day, all you're doing is having the same shitty ass thoughts over and over and over again. And then wondering why it's not working. Why isn't he showing up? What's going on? That's why. Because you're not disciplining yourself. You're not taking it serious. And this is your fucking happiness we're goddamn talking about. This is the love life we're talking about. This is everything for you. This is like the key to all your happiness right now. So why in the hell is it so difficult for you to grow up, act like a fucking adult, discipline your mind, and get a grip? Why is that so difficult? Because up until now, you've done nothing but have a bitch party in your fucking mind, force the 3D, or attempt to force the 3D, should I say, bitch about him all fucking day long, go down badass memory lane, and then wonder why things are not moving along and why things, for some of you, are getting worse. Huh? Why is that so fucking convenient for you? Oh, that's so easy for me, but then that's not what I want. I want the fucking opposite. When I literally tell you guys what to do to get the opposite and you refuse to do it. Because it's so much easier for you just to fucking run on autopilot and consider and just focus on everything you don't want and bitch, whine, moan, and groan and complain like a fucking child all day long. That's what's easy for you. It's so easy for you to bitch and complain all day long. When you sit there and say, oh yes, I feel great when I'm affirming, but throughout the day, I just get in my head. That's part of your problem. That is your problem. Because you didn't just start getting in your head. That's what you have to understand. It wasn't like the breakup happened and now we're just getting all up in our thoughts about it. No, that's not what's been going on. Be honest with your fucking self. You know damn well that all you did was get in your fucking head. Throughout your entire relationship, throughout your entire fucking life, all you did was get in your head. And how's that worked out? So now it's time to evolve. It's time to do some shit differently so that, you know what? God forbid, what's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, that's right. You get something different. You notice in your life runs off your entire life runs off of patterns because how you do one thing is how you do most things. That is logic. That is exactly how you operate. So if you're not going to do something different, guess what? You're going to keep getting the same shit over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. So if you won't start disciplining your fucking mind, thinking differently, getting out of your own fucking head, and start focusing on what you want, then stop bitching about it. Stop fucking bitching about it. Because you know what? You may as well pack that shit up and go get yourself another SP. But don't worry. When you go get in another relationship, go ahead. Keep your bag packed. Go ahead. Keep your fucking bag packed. Because again, I can tell you, you don't have to be a goddamn psychic to know where that relationship's going to end up. Right like this one. Just like this one. Because you won't discipline yourself. You're not doing anything different. You think it's the person. It's not the fucking person. It's you, bitch. It's you. You need to do something different because there's only one thing your relationships have in common. You. So, Do you ever want to get married? Do you ever want to stay together forever? Do you ever want to be with the one that you love? Then you need to discipline yourself. You need to start controlling your thoughts. You need to start controlling your reality. It doesn't make any sense. This isn't just you and SP. This is your life. Your whole reality you're creating. So what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you want to create? Do you want a shitty life? Do you want a shitty, lonely reality? Because you're acting like you do. So you need to stop that bullshit. Stop with the fucking bullshit excuses. Stop being a victim, because you're not a victim of shit. Unless you want to allow yourself to be. Then just take your crown off, hang that shit up, and pass it to the next bitch. Because this is your reality. So how the fuck are you going to let anybody come in your reality and tell you when they want to be with you, when they're ready to commit to you, if they want to talk to you? How the fuck are you going to let somebody do that? How are you going to let somebody come in your reality and disrespect you and treat you like shit and hurt your fucking feelings? How are you going to let somebody do that? I'm not. And neither are you, bitch. Neither are you. You need to put your fucking crown on and you need to get a grip and remind yourself every day who the fuck you are. This is my reality. I'm the queen or the king of my reality, and no one's going to take that from me. They could do whatever they can do whatever they want in their own reality. If they want to go fuck up their own reality, they can go do that, but not in mine. Not in mine. If you're in my life, you're going to conform. You're going to conform and do it like, look at it this way. You're helping everybody in your reality out be better people. That's what you're doing. You're helping everyone be a better person. Because if they're in your reality and you change their stories and you change to how you expect them to treat people, how you expect them to treat you, you're doing them a favor too. So get a grip and stop with the bullshit. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the whole like, oh, I've been doing this for a lot. No movement. That tells me all I need to know. Okay, when you guys will say certain things, I don't need to ask questions. I do it for the sake of helping everybody else. But I don't need to ask questions. It tells me everything I need to know. If you see, I've seen no movement. Oh, well, you know what that tells me? You are absolutely not expecting perfect boyfriend. Because what you checking for? I tell you all the time that you would never need to check your 3D. You would never need to check your 3D. You would never need confirmation from your SP either, because they would automatically do that. They would automatically do that. Do you think I had to question if gutter trash was gone? No, because it was confirmed by him, by my boyfriend. Do you think I had to question anything? No, because it was confirmed by him. Did I have to question if he wanted to live with me? No, because now we're living together. Did I have to question if he wanted to be in a relationship with me? No, that's why we're together. You know why? Because in here, we're in a relationship. Fuck, I don't give a shit what's out here. That's part of your problem. Most of your problem is that you're waiting for them to confirm and decide when the fuck they want a relationship with you. What? I hear this all the time. Well, I just want commitment. Well, when are you going to decide that you want commitment? Because you just want commitment is like you're waiting for them to decide they want to commit. But that's the problem. This is why they never commit, because you're waiting for them. If you're waiting for them, guess what that means? You don't think they want commitment, because why are you waiting for them? You wouldn't need to wait for them if you would assume commitment. Guess what they have to assume? Commitment. If you would be I'm waiting for them to ask me to be their girlfriend. Well, then that means that you don't think they want you to be their girlfriend. Tells me everything I need to know, which guess what? You're going to be on that waiting train for a whole long fucking time until you decide that you're ready for a relationship, till you decide you're in one. The second you assume you're in a relationship with that person, guess what they must assume too? Relationship. What part of everyone is you pushed out and that we leverage don't you understand? You must assume it first, because at some point, someone assumes it. Someone assumes it. Why do you think men propose to women? Why do you think men propose? When's the right time? When they assume you're going to say yes. Therefore, what do you say? Yes. Because they've assumed that. You need to start assuming fucking relationship. A lot of you guys will talk to me all about your relationship, and everything about you screams relationship. Literally. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the problem? They're like, well, we're not in a relationship. We're in a situationship. I love how you guys put labels on shit. That shit cracks me up. That shit, I have never in my life called myself in a situationship. You may as well just call yourself a fucking option. I'm just an option. Because that's exactly what you're implying. A fucking situationship? Huh? Yeah, that's right. A relationship proposal. That's commitment to you guys. A relationship proposal. I love all these words we come up with on here. Because that's what you're looking for. But the minute you'll get that is when you assume you're in it. They will too. My boyfriend has never once asked me to be his girlfriend. He didn't have to. For what? I assumed we were in a relationship because literally everything we did was relationship. Therefore, he assumed it. He started, his whole family knows about me. He talks to his, whenever he mentions me to his friends or anyone, he calls me his girl. Of course, why wouldn't he? He talks about getting married to me. He talks about our future together. Do you think I had to push any of that shit? No. Because I just assume we have one. Therefore, he talks about it. That's what I'm saying. You don't ever need to look. You don't ever need to wait for them to confirm. They will automatically confirm it the minute you assume it. That's all you have to do. That's the only thing you should be delusional about is just assume it. Like, why not? What's the worst that can happen? They assume it too. Do you understand? It's not difficult. But like, you're waiting for them to make the first fucking move. Like you're 5 years old and you're waiting, you're on the playground with your little crush, waiting for him to give you a kiss. What the fuck are you doing? You're an adult, for Christ's sakes. You're an adult. And you get what you want whenever you assume that you can have it. That's it. That's all you have to do is assume you can have it right now. Like, the fuck are you talking about? This is my reality, and what I say goes. So if I decide that this is how it's going, if I decide this is what we've got, that's exactly what we got. Yeah. Because the only time my boyfriend would mention that he's never asked me to be his girlfriend is when former gutter trash would try to come back, right? Which she's gone now because I banished her ass. But that would be the only time that he would say that, because I would question, right, what was going on. And so, and again, I'd always prove myself right. So that was the only time that he would mention that. And when he would say that, do you think I had to argue with him? Mm-mm. Actually, I didn't say shit. Because in here, he is so in love with me. He wants to marry me. We have he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. And you know what happened? The very next day, it's like that conversation never took place. Of course it didn't. For what? I didn't need to listen to your ass unless you're telling me what I want to fucking hear. I ain't listen to shit. You may as well be speaking in a whole you may as well be speaking in a whole nother fucking language because I don't understand what you're talking about. See how quickly that can happen, Simple 50? See how quickly that can happen? Good. Now let the dump truck take that gutter trash out. She's in the dumpster. Now let the dump truck take her ass out. And now for you and SP. They'll play their part. That's what's so beautiful about it. They'll play their part. And now, it's all you and SP, of course. Of course you took down that relationship. Why? Because he dumped her. He sent her back to the dumpster she crawled out of. And now he's coming for you. So get ready, bitch. Get ready. I tell you guys, if any of you guys work with me, you better get fucking ready. You better really get ready. Like, you better go clean your house, do what you need to do. Go get some sexy attire. Go clean your home. Clean out your dresser drawers. Clean out half the closet. Do whatever you got to do. Because he's coming home. And he's coming home now. Because I don't wait for shit. And my people, they don't wait for shit either. We don't wait for anything. We get what we want, we get it when we want it. So the minute you assume, the minute you persist is when it happens. That's right. They're like robots. So program them to be whoever you want them to be for you. That's right. It's here. It's happening. It is. It's happening the minute you assume it will. James. That's why you shaved today. That's right. That's right. Yep, that's exactly it, Doodles. It's exactly how everyone in this world gets into a relationship, because one person assumes it. Therefore, the other one reflects it. Right? It's just what, like, your 3D is a mirror. People are just mirrors. So if you will, you can assume whatever you want about that person, and they must reflect it to you. This is why, once you're in a relationship, this is why you move towards marriage, right? But, at some point, because in society, in most cases, it's the man that proposes to the woman, right? And that's just the gender roles, if you will. And so because of that, at one point, that's why when you guys are in a relationship, what do you think you all should be doing? Working on his assumptions, right? We leverage the law. So you work on his assumptions, because the minute he assumes that you'll say yes to, and the minute you assume he wants to get married, well, then he will want to get married to you. But you have to assume he wants to get married. You can't question the shit, because then you're going to get question results where he'll say like something like, because this is what I did, and my boyfriend was like, I don't know if I ever want to get married. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, oh yes you do. Oh yes you do. To me, and only me. And all of a sudden he's been talking about marriage. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. Okay. So, Annie, how can you assume contact? Well, if you're assuming perfect boyfriend, okay, and you're holding on to that version of your SP, then why would you not assume contact? Why wouldn't he contact you? Wouldn't your boyfriend contact you? Yes, they would. Plus, you can go to my profile. You can go to my profile, and the video pinned to the top of my page is for contact. Okay, so you can get them to contact you like now. But you need to expect them to, right? You need to expect that behavior from them, because if you're expecting your perfect boyfriend, then you would be expecting them to contact you. They kind of go hand in hand, right? But this is why I don't like when they say live in the end of marriage, because the fuck are you talking about? I'm just trying to get contact. If you can't even expect them to contact you, how the hell are you supposed to expect them to marry you? It's fucking stupid. Right? That's like trash ass advice. So no, you need to expect them to contact you. Then the minute they do that, now your crown starts to be worn a little bit more proudly. And now you're like, okay, well shit. What else do I want him to do? Contact me again. He does it again. Oh, okay. This is me. Oh, contacts me again. Oh, that's me. But that's where you guys have to get ready. Okay. You have to get ready, because the fact is, like, let's say they contact you today. What's your game plan? What's your game plan? Where, oh, that's right. Yeah, let's show. I want to see him unapologetically me. Okay, what's your game plan? Is you, like, let's say they contact you right now, right? Because they will the minute you expect them to. And you tell them what to do. So, like, let's say you tell them to contact you, like, you're contacting me right now, and he calls you on the fucking spot. Well, what you can't do is force the 3D, okay? So you have to understand that when they contact you, you cannot force the 3D. So you do not need to, because you have your fucking crown on, not a jester hat, okay? So you have your crown on. So what you can't do is you cannot literally sit there and talk about your relationship and plead your case and fucking apologize and be like, will you give me a second chance, like a desperate little girl. You can't do that. You can't sit there and want to talk about the past. Now, if he brings it up, you can talk about it, I guess, but I wouldn't do that. And instead, I just be like, you know what? Like, can we just forget that even happened? Right? So therefore, that's the conversation, because what's there to talk about? Because you have to know yourself. Okay? You have to know yourself. And you know that if you don't say that shit and he wants to keep talking about it, what are you going to do? You're going to react. Okay? You're going to react. You're going to say something, whatever. Now he's going to pull away. That was like one conversation. It's not going to happen again for a while, right? Because every time you talk, you're reacting, or you're trying to plead your case, or you're trying to force a 3D, right? So like, even let's say he calls you right now, right? And you don't react. Well, here's what you also can't do. You also can't be like, oh, well, he called me. We're back in contact. So let me go back into crazy mode and let me text him 18 times. You can't do that either. Because now he's going to pull back again, right? Instead, you need to keep it casual. Keep it copacetic. Like, what breakup? We never had a breakup. So I'm going to talk to you about your day, how things have been, like couples do in relationships, okay? That's what you have to remember. If you're in a relationship, let's just play a game. If you're in a relationship with your SP, when you talk on the fucking phone to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, do you fucking do nothing but talk about your relationship? That's fucking weird. Who does that? Right? Like, you don't sit there and have endless conversations with your boo all about your fucking relationship. That's fucking stupid. Nobody does that. Just like you don't sit there all day long on the phone conversations with your boyfriend and just confess your love to each other all fucking day long. That's fucking stupid too. That's not a relationship, right? When you're in a relationship and you have conversation, what is your conversation about? Every fucking day things. Every goddamn, like, normal shit. Me and my boyfriend talks about normal shit. He'll call me when he got back on his way back from the disability office today. Well, now he doesn't anymore, thanks a lot. Because he knows I'm on a coaching call. But he'll call me and he'll be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, he's like, oh yeah, you getting ready to go live? I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, well, I just want to let you know that I'm here to get my brakes fixed, because he's got to go get his brakes fixed. He's fucking ridiculous. He's like, oh yeah, so I'll talk to you later. I'm like, okay, bye. That's called a relationship. That's how conversations fucking go. But no, you bitches will be like, what do you mean he has to go? Why does he have to go? Like, what do you want him to talk to you all goddamn day? Maybe when you guys first started dating, you talked often, right? But you're not talking all fucking day like you're both jobless. I have nothing else to do, honey, but talk. And then what the fuck do you talk about all day long? I don't. I'm not let me sit on the phone for all hours. My boyfriend's going to get his brakes fixed tomorrow. 3 hours away. Who the fuck travels 3 hours away to get their brakes fixed? Him. I'm like, why are you going so far? I get it if you live in a fucking town and you need to travel 3 hours to the next town where you can get your brakes fixed. But we don't. Like, he has to pass by, realistically, he has to pass by like 10,000 fucking mechanics just to go get his brakes fixed. And I was like, he's like, yeah, but he said he could resurface the rotors and change the brakes, and it's going to cost like $400. I was like, do you want me to give you the extra $100 so you can just go down the fucking street? He has it too, which is what kills me. I was like, okay, well, by the time you factor in the gas factor and shit, stupid. Anyway, sometimes men, you don't use common sense. That's why you need us ladies to bring in the common sense element to what you guys do. But what men won't do for their fucking cars. Me, on the other hand, no. I'm going right down the fucking street. And I'm making an appointment because I don't want to wait. Tally Darling Art, you want to call him. What do you want to say? Let me ask you this. If you called him right now, if I told you to call him right now, how does that make you feel? And would you know what he would say? Would you know how he'd respond? If the answer to that was no, then don't call him. Okay? Because here's the thing. You can call him. Like, if you can call him, I never tell people, I say, I can't answer that question for you. Like, but you have to prepare yourself. Okay? So what you're not going to do is blow his shit up. Okay? We don't do that. We don't chase. Okay? But you can't call him, because this happens to me all the time, which is why they come to me, because they're like, I fucked shit up. I forced the 3D. I called him and then I pled my case. Oh, how'd that work out? Well, now he's not talking to me. Of course he's not. Okay. You can call him if you are expecting perfect boyfriend to answer that fucking phone. If you're not going to get the response you're looking for. Okay. On top of that, if you don't know how that conversation is going to go because you're not selecting perfect boyfriend, you're again not going to get the response you're looking for. I got a couple people do that. Insist that they meet him. And so he met him. It didn't go the way they wanted. He told them all the things to hurt their feelings. Of course. Of course he did. Because that was your expectation. Why would you have to beg someone to meet you? You weren't expecting perfect boyfriend to show up at that meeting. And so because of that, you got Satan to sit at the table. My analogies are about as good as it's going to get, bitch. Because I have to, think on the spot. Think on the spot. That's right. If that's how you talk, Doodles, to your SP, like normal everyday conversation, you start assuming you're in a relationship. You don't need to tell him that either. He'll claim you real fast. See, to everybody else, I would refer to him as my boyfriend, but not to his face. I didn't have to. So that's what I would recommend, but you guys cannot. You cannot literally push him. So Ren, if you love him so much, then if you love them so much, then you'll discipline yourself. That's what this all comes down to. If you want a job so bad, why will you dedicate 4 years of your fucking life plus go hundreds of $1,000s in debt to go to college? Why would you do that? I mean, I didn't do that because I thought it was stupid, but, but most people will do that. They will dedicate 4 years of their life and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in college debt just to go get a degree because they want to have a job in that area so bad that you're willing to literally spend the rest of your life paying off college debt just so you can have that degree so you can go do something you're passionate about doing. But when it comes to getting your SP back, you won't persist in perfect boyfriend and your affirmations and flipping your thoughts. But you'd rather go spend 4 years of your life getting a degree that, in all honesty, you end up not using. Oh, girly pop, it's like you're psychic. Because that's going to be my new service that I'll be offering. I will be offering you guys all psychic readings. Which I'm dead ass serious. Except my psychic reading is going to go a lot different than, bullshit psychics. I'm going to tell you everything you want to hear. Everything you want to hear. I'm going to tell it all to you. Shh. Don't tell anybody who's new here. I'm going to tell you everything you want to hear. Why? Because whatever you assume to be true will be true for you. The psychic doesn't know shit. But she'll tell you something. You'll assume that's true. And then guess what happens? It's true. Because you believe her. You take her at her word. So I was like, well, they're bad for business. Okay? Because psychics should be telling you everything you want to fucking hear. But they don't. You know why? Because the minute they tell you everything you don't want to hear and then you prove them right? Because you're proving yourself right. You assume, let's say you go get a psychic reading, because this happens all the time, and they say, your boyfriend and you are not going to be together anymore. You're actually, yeah, some of them will even say like he's cheating on you. Like, ooh, damn. You know, all that stuff. He's going to break up with you. And so you now believe that. And you're like, oh shit, the psychic said. So you assume she's right. So then it manifests. And that's exactly what happens, right? So now in your mind, you're like, oh shit, she was right. No, she fucking wasn't. So now what do? Now you go back. Now you go back again. And you're like, you were right. And in her mind, she's like, what a dumb bitch. Like, literally in your mind, because they know about law, they know about manifestation, okay? It's the spirituality community, guys. They're in the spirituality community. You don't think they know this shit? That if you believe them, that it's going to push out? Like, this is common sense. They know this, okay? So, because your beliefs are what show up, okay? So they know this. So now you come back, you're like, oh my God, you were right. So now what do? You pay them some more. Because now you need to know what's next. How can you get your boyfriend back? Do you see where I'm going with this? That's how they get you. Because you now all of a sudden believe them. And now you pay them again and again and again and again. Because you're the only one proving yourself right and giving all the credit to the fucking psychics. All the credit to the psychics. Right, so, hey, you know what? That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm gonna be a psychic. I'm offer psychic readings. And I'm just gonna tell you everything that you want to fucking hear. Because if you believe what the psychic, because that's, for me, I would do good work with that, right? Because for me, I would tell you everything you want to hear. Because as long as you assume that I'm right, like you do with psychics, then you're going to get everything that you fucking want. Right? I'll be like, no, he's coming back. In fact, he's coming back to you in 7 days. And you know what? So you better go get ready, bitch, because yeah, that man is going to come back to you in 7 days and want a whole new relationship with you. Well, guess what's going to happen in 7 days? Jana, don't steal my business idea. Don't steal my business idea. So now in 7 days, all of a sudden your fucking boyfriend came back. Because you just assumed it was true. It's a good ass idea, actually. I'm going to do that. Let me make it easy for you. Forget manifesting your boyfriend. I'll manifest him for you through my psychic abilities. So just let me, I'll manifest that for you. Right? Come to me for money. I'm like, you're fucking rich, bitch. Man, damn, I see bags of money. Shit. You better get ready. Because you're going to get a crap ton of money in that bank account. It's coming in the next 30 days. You better get ready. And you assume that's true. Guess what's going to happen? You can get money. River Captain, don't fucking take my business idea. Don't take my business idea. This is all on record, by the way. I have the recording. You would have. This is where... You would have, because this is where it all comes from. It's just assuming something is true. So if you have a hard fucking time assuming, yeah. Me and James will do a business, we'll do a collaboration, right? Then James provides the Dollar Tree candles. Like, that's the thing though, because it's like, you guys think, I know it is. So now I gotta stop talking about my shit on here, because now you guys now I'm creating competition. Now I'm creating competition. My own competition. But because that's why you go to them, right? Don't people go to psychics, tarot card readers, and fucking spellcasters and all that shit? Why do you go to them? Because you assume they're right. You assume whatever they're going to tell you is going to work, right? So therefore it does. So if you guys so that's a new service I'm now providing. Just go ahead and book a 30-minute, because I don't have the payment link yet. Just go ahead and book a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. And I will go ahead and I will give you your psychic reading. Okay? I will give you your psychic reading. So you can go get that SP like ASAP, bitch. A fucking sap. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a new thing. Watch, I'm telling you guys, you're gonna hear me. You heard it here first. You're gonna hear me announce that shit next week. I am now offering psychic readings. Click the link in the bio. Yeah, because I do get asked that a lot. A lot of people will ask me like, "Can you manifest my SP for me?" Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do it. I mean, I could do it myself, but there's no fun in that. When I could literally have you guys get out of your own fucking way. I'm gonna have 100% success rate. 100%. I'm even gonna go get the crystal ball too, so we can add to the theatrics of the whole thing. I'm like, hold on. Get the hat too. Get the fucking hat. You're gonna play the whole thing up, right? Get the whole fucking. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. What you need? What? Yeah, the magic 8. That's a good one. My daughter has one. Put that shit, get a little stamp, put the magic 8 ball on there. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm telling you, I'm gonna change everybody's life that way. They're gonna be like, what's the fate of my marriage? I'm like, what? You're totally getting back together right now. What divorce? No divorce. And then boom. Marriages are healed, all that shit, all because you believe in a psychic reading. There's only one reason you go to them. Yeah. The spirit said, oh, and then I'll do a medium reading too and be like, your grandma, she's here right now. And she said that you got, I'm telling you, man, it's a whole business. I swear to God, you guys are going to see that on my thing. I'm going to put a crystal ball next to the icon for my thing, and you're going to be like, she has coaching. She teaches how to leverage the law of assumption, and then she does psychic readings. Yeah, bitch, I do it all. Tarot card readings too. The fun thing is, I don't even have to know what the fucking card is. I'm just going to pick a random card and be like, ooh, bitch. You're not going to guess what this fucking card says. Yeah, that's right. One shop, spirituality shop. Right here. We got all the services around here. What's your pleasure? What's your pleasure? 100% success rate around here. Hey, man, you know what? If I can help people do exactly what they need to do, if I can help people get their SPs back with the least amount of effort possible by playing on their assumptions, I think it's pretty easy. I think it's pretty good. Not too bad for 10 minutes worth of work. You know, just sell $50. I'm going to take all these fucking psychics out of business. Yeah. That's right. And then I'll have another service where I'll coach them on how to grow their psychic business. Girly Pop, I'm looking forward to talking to you too, bitch. Hey, you know what? You gotta have fun here, but I gotta figure out, it's kind of like why I do with the whole weight loss thing. It's like you have to figure out where people go wrong, right? And you're like, okay, I have to help people out here. So I know what they want. I also know what their assumptions are. That's right. So I'm gonna let me help them all out. Let me help them all out. If you want to believe a psychic reading, I'm a girl. I'm right here. I did. Hey, I'm always telling you guys on here, I was like, you don't have to be a psychic for me to tell you how your relationship is going to end the same as it did in the first time, unless you start doing shit differently. Okay? Y'all, I love you guys that book a session with me right after my live, because then you guys are funny. You fucking like pop into my live and you'll be like, hey, we're meeting in 10 minutes. Like, is that time still good? Like in the comments. I love that shit. Yesterday, I'll be there in a minute. Okay. But in all jokiness aside, I do need you guys to get a grip. Okay. I do need you guys to get a grip and like literally just be like, no, this is happening now. Like, this is happening now. There is no other fucking choice. Oh. Well, what the fuck, bitch? Now you're confusing me. SP message, we chatting? Well, hold on. What the fuck on? Oh, I don't know, bitch. I don't know. I gotta check it out. Let me check it out. Shoot you a message. But we're good to go. I don't know who the hell my time is with. It doesn't tell me. And I don't know. It just says call. Although I did figure out the name. I did figure out how to change the name from my mom's name to my name. So winning on that fucking front. Good. See? Do you see it, user? Now I want you to take that same energy, okay? That same thing, like, and you can get him to do whatever you want through the photo exercise. It's not restricted to only like calling or texting or talking to you, right? You can do whatever you want. You want to come see you? Guess what? You're coming to see me today. Boo. You're taking me on a date this weekend. You can tell them to do whatever you want them to do. Okay? But leverage this for yourself to say, okay, every time I do this, he does this. So what else do I want him to do? So this is all it takes. So let me move to the next step. It's no different than your assumptions of him, right? So hold that positive assumption of your SP and be like, no, this is this is what I expect from him now. This is who I expect him to be for me now. So what do I want? Okay, we're getting back together right now. We're getting back together right now. Tell him that in the photo. But don't force a 3D, right? Because you won't need to be like, are we going to get back together? Where's this going? You wouldn't need to do that because because all he's going to do is confirm. He's going to be like, you know what? I think we need to get back together. Of course you do. Of course you do. No movement in your mouth required. Y'all don't need to ask shit. Y'all don't need to say shit to your SP either because they'll confirm everything. They'll take the initiative. So that's why you need to stop looking for confirmation and just get a grip. And just know. Just like user knew. And every time she does it, and she's like, it's becoming an assumption. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it? So let's get a fucking grip. Okay, let's get a grip. And yes, Diamond, the second one of you assumes relationship, he will be in a relationship. Okay, the second you assume relationship, one of you has to assume relationship. So I never had to talk to my boyfriend about it, ever. I just assumed we were in it because everything we were doing screamed relationship. So I just assumed we were in one. I didn't have to be like, so we're in a relationship, by the way, bruh. I didn't have to do that. Instead, I just assumed we were in a relationship, and therefore he started telling all his friends he started calling me his girl to all his friends. He started his family. He talks about me to his whole family. They all love me. They've never even met me, and he always talks about how we're together. Like, oh, if you would have ever done this, I would have broke up with you a long time ago. Well, you can only break up with people that you're in a relationship with. That's all it took. That's all it takes. And he must match your assumptions, right? So if you assume he's the perfect boyfriend, he has to conform to that. Just like if you assume he's in a relationship, this is why we leverage the law. Then he must conform to that too. Your assumptions are his assumptions. So do it. Do it. And don't worry, because he will confirm it. He'll start calling you his girl. He'll start, talking about your relationship, and no mouth movement required. No mouth movement required. That's the best part. So, if you are interested, if you ever miss a live, I'm here every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss one, they're all on my YouTube channel. All links are in my bio, okay? I do offer one-on-one coaching where I manifest my ISP back from no contact, living with me in 4 weeks. I help you get your shit right and tight so you can do the same. I help you figure out the obstacles. What's the problem? And then we recreate your SP and we curate some affirmations for you based on your desire. And I give you your plan of attack because that's what we're here to do. We play chess around here, not checkers. So checkmate. Okay. Also, I do offer tech support coaching. You can go ahead and hook yourself up with that as well. And then we do have a free WhatsApp community. Use that and leverage that to encourage you, to inspire you, to see all the movement. Thanks, Girly Pop. To see all the movement other people are getting and realize that they're no different than you. All you have to do is persist. And Mary, I'm going to respond to your message right after my calls, girl, because I saw you put that shit back to the top. Okay? So let's go ahead and get that cracking, okay? Everyone have a wonderful, fantastic day. I always love you, and I will see you all tomorrow. I got to go check somebody in the WhatsApp group and kick their ass out. So, all right, guys. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.